Hey, sorry about my voice. I'm getting over the flu, but I wanted to say thank you to the people that have reached out in the last 24 hours. Content creators, YouTubers, fans, friends, even people that don't even like me have had nice things to say, and I'm really grateful. Thank you. I have a favor to ask of those people, though, and I'm sorry to have to ask anything. But I see the rumor mill's creeping back up again. The same rumor mill that's accused me of God knows what else. And this time they've decided that I am faking my cancer diagnosis. And whereas I know that those people know better, I know that nobody's that fucking stupid, it's still going to spread like wildfire. So number one, if you're that kind of person, fucking stop. I get it's fun to LARP about me. I get it's fun to pretend that I'm a piece of shit. And I get that I made my mistakes in the past. But cancer's not something to pretend about. Cancer's not something to joke about. Cancer's not something pretending that I'm lying about. Cancer for clout and views is a fucked up thing to do. Get help. Secondly, if you see a YouTuber saying that I'm faking this shit, link it to me. I normally free speech advocacy, the whole 9 yards, but it's time I finally put my fucking foot down if I have to. So I will here. Okay? And thirdly, if you see this shit in comment sections, if you see videos about it, shout these motherfuckers down. Let them know. Let them know reality. I get that it's fun to pretend. I get that it's fun to dunk on me and try to ruin my life. I get it. But fuck you if you're doing that. And I don't want to let you this time. I've let you every other time. I didn't give a fuck what you had to say. But cancer's not a thing that we're going to joke about, okay? Cancer's not a thing that we're going to pretend I'm lying about. That's not a thing we're going to do. Okay? Fucking stop.
Well, you remember about 3 weeks back, I said that I likely could potentially have a form of cancer.
That's lies!
That's lies! Hey guys, morning folks, how are we doing? I have returned. Hello to everyone who is here already, who is here early, everything like that. Hello guys, hello. I can't say hello to all of you because there's a lot of you this time. So hello, my temples! Just greased my temples! So yes, I don't know what I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've seen actually very little to do with the Boogie cancer drama. I've seen bits and pieces on TikTok. Not TikTok, Twitter, obviously. And yeah, I suddenly decided, didn't know what, why not? I might as well jump back in because I started getting comments being like, you were right. You knew it was coming. And I was like, I think we all know. I think all of us in this general area on the farms, I think we all kinda knew. I think it was the bigger YouTubers with the cleaner images. They're the ones who are like, I hope he's okay. He's a nice man, and I hope he's okay. Us bastards over here, we don't really play that game too much, so we were a wee bit more honest with ourselves than everyone else. But yeah, I'm back. So I might as well just say why I was gone. Lolkai Live. I was gone because of Lolkai Live. I kept having like intentions every once in a while to hear something about Boogie, and I was like, maybe I could kind of drift back in. People would send me something and say, "Oh, do you know his shaman broke into his house?" And I'm like, do you believe that? do you believe that? I feel like even you don't believe that was real. But who knows? Only use me, David. Thank you very much for the super chat. Welcome back to Tuna Man. I'm back. I don't know for how long, honestly, because you know it's Boogie. Why was EDP with Boogie? I have no idea. I assumed that maybe Clum was doing a documentary on EDP, and maybe that was the reason for it. Because of the connection, and it was around about that time. Boogie had said he was back in Cleveland, I believe it was, and that's where Clum was based out of. It said that on Twitter or something like that, and I was like, okay, I put two and two together and assumed it was probably that, but then nothing's appeared. But admittedly, nothing's really appeared from Clum's other documentaries, but that's because everyone he works with, unfortunately, is incredibly difficult. I'm not sure if you guys heard the super chat that popped up there, but I have little special super chats for it, but it doesn't seem to be working. So damn it, foiled again, Streamlabs. But because he was meant to do one with Trisha Paytas, and that one just kind of never materialized. But that's because Trisha Paytas wanted it to be one type of documentary, and I think everyone else in the world wanted it to be a different type of documentary. And then there was DSP, obviously, who famously backed out of it. And then there was that Jimmy, and Super Chat signed off. I have genuinely no idea why the Super Chat sound is not working, because it should be. It really should be. Yeah, I'll see if I can troubleshoot that whilst I'm just talking to you, lovely people in the background. But it seems like everything seems like it should be like okay based on like what I usually can do. I think. Yeah. Sorry, unfortunately not. But what it is saying is, if you can donate $1, actually, you might even have it here. Do I have this thing? Oh yeah, there you go. I'll play it manually for those ones there.
If you're in a position where you only have like $1 or $5, you can super chat that. Super chat that.
That might be coming up later on. I may have actually done the tiniest amount of preparation for this, but 53 nights, thank you very much for the super chat, potato man. About to drive home, miss you, can't wait for you to shred daddy apart. His peg girlfriend is still hot though. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, I'm not even liking your super chat because of that. That's messed up. That's weird. That's a lie. Why would you lie to me? I do appreciate the super chat, but I feel like you're lying to me. I'm not used to this level of scrutiny. He's not used to people twisting his twipples or anything like that either. Welcome to the sub club. So yeah, okay. So on to like the main event really. So I kind of wanted to come out. I called it back in November 2022. By the time it came, for some reason, anytime I'm on holiday, Boogie has something cancer related happen to him. That's very weird because I was on holiday when that happened. That's why you got the awkward John Wick thing because I just had it there and I was like, okay, I might as well just stick the potato guy on top of it and then we go. His brother's a lying scumbag. His brother is, because I know at one point his brother came in. I saw like a clip of it. His brother apparently came in to confirm, oh yeah, totes for real. Our abuse stories are all real, and also Boogie definitely totes for real has cancer. Problem is, his brother also famously on one live stream stated that him and Boogie were two of the most abused children in history. That is a claim his brother made, that they are the most abused children in history. The Fritzl kids, nothing. They've got nothing on that. On poor Boogie, who got his penis bit by a dog or maybe stabbed by his mom. It really just depends what day you ask him. It really could be either issue. But yeah, so we all kind of knew that the cancer thing was kind of silly, especially with Boogie's initial response to the cancer thing. Boogie's initial response to the cancer thing obviously was to come out and suddenly be weirdly upset about it, even though like 99.9% of people who responded to it were generally okay about it. It was only really on places like Reddit or like Kiwi Farms, people in any way were negative about the Boogie cancer thing. But then Boogie, like within 24 hours, he had posted that initial video you saw about this, you know, don't joke around with me having cancer, how dare you do that. You all know I totally real have cancer. No one would ever pretend to have cancer. Just like in this where he says, if I see you leave a comment accusing me of this, I'll block you from leaving comments and block you here, which I think is the same thing, honestly. If you're a YouTuber and you make a video saying that I'm faking it, I'll do everything in my power to make sure it's taken down. And I might fucking sue. Well, firstly, my video's still up, and secondly, I haven't been sued, so we're flying so far. I remember PvP specifically said, Boogie, you are lying. I do not believe you. Please fucking sue me. Weirdly, there was no lawsuit filed after that. I know that it's fun to pretend that I'm some sort of bad guy. Imagine thinking Boogie's a bad guy. And I know I have made my share of mistakes, but I'm not the kind of person that would fake this. Aged like wine. It's like a fine Chardonnay, that one. He's not the type of person that would fake this. I'm not asking for any money. That also did not age well. I'm not asking for any help. Also did not age well. I just put it out to the world so people knew. And if you were the kind of person that is so vile that you feel the need to make this type of shit up, or you think that I would do something like this, you sincerely need to get off the internet and start therapy. God help you, because I sure can't, and I sure as hell won't. I feel that's nearly famous last words, even though it was like a year and a half ago. Like probably about a year and a half ago when that actually happened, but it feels like it was kind of famous last words there because it was just unbearable cringe. So yes, it was pretty obvious to me that Boogie had fake cancer. Now in the background here, I have the Lolcry Live loaded up where the whole expose thing happens. Like I said, I haven't watched it. I've seen maybe a clip or two. Have I been in the last 6 months? I've been pretty good. I'm on another channel, Girl World Ireland, if anyone's overly interested in me doing Girl World related stuff. But Boogie's just been too fake recently. Like when Lolcry Live started putting up episodes titled like Boogie's girlfriend's being kidnapped, I was like, I do not give a singular fuck about that. I can't even pretend. Like, I feel if you want to cover Boogie kind of full time, you kind of have to like at least play into the bit where you think some of the stuff is real. And I'm just like not overly fussed on doing that. I think it'd be boring, you guys, just to watch me go, this is fake. No, it's fake. No, he's fake. He's doing this for attention, like over and over again. That's why I stopped doing the monthly recasts, because they just started all becoming the same thing over and over again. I only pop back for like important thing. Keemstar fires Boogie. Keemstar quits the show. That is one thing I wrote down. We're starting at about 44 minutes into this because that's about the time Destiny enters. Because I did take some notes because I wrote down this opens with a fake scripted promo by Boogie about how Keemstar has quit the show because of the fatty coin thing. Because apparently he had badmouthed Keemstar to CoffeeZilla and blamed Keemstar because he wasn't sure if he was getting paid, so he couldn't pay back the people he had scattered. Some fucking nonsense. He worries that the show is now dead, and Wings worries that the show is now dead. And then Wings suddenly says, oh, we're getting view-botted. They said they're going to view-bot the show so they can report the show and get the show cancelled. And Boogie very obviously gets nervous and immediately goes, actually, well, Keemstar hasn't actually quit the show. He's still actually with the show. So if you do actually get us banned, Keemstar's connection's in YouTube and he can get us fixed. So don't do that. Because it's just so embarrassing that he couldn't even keep the script going, that Keemstar's left the show, and then Keemstar comes on and just goes like, yeah, actually, no, I haven't actually quit. I'm literally still here. It's like, yeah, I know. Just like, like Boogie apparently got fired recently, and I think he's been on the show twice since he's been fired. So, like, just a bro, like, who cares? Babuski. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, it's ironic you said Boogie was getting boring, then everything went down. Shit Creek, also the voice brings back when I listen while grinding on War Thunder. I don't know what's sadder. like, did you play War Thunder still after all the drama? And also the top tier grind is the worst thing ever, and I have actually finally quit War Thunder. After my, 390 day in a row log on thing, I finally quit, and I feel free. It's like when you finally quit a gacha game, and you're just like, oh, my premium account ran out and I don't have to play anymore, and I actually feel so much better now. Gibber's fan. Where is she? No, she's just lying here beside me. She's having a good old time. The boys are also good as well, just in case you're curious. We're not going to watch the first 40 minutes because it's kind of boring and lame, but I do want to play a couple little things, and I also just have a couple little other clips put up because I'm sure all of you guys are overly curious. Why would Boogie lie about having cancer? That just doesn't make any sense. Whatsoever. Well, it's because he can use it as a shield. Like, for example, someone said, delete your Twitter. This is why you are losing a fan. Fantastic. So this is in response to, one of the many, controversies Boogie was involved in, literally the day after. And he said, who gives a shit? I've cancer anyway, lol. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Because that is just... It's just kind of Boogie. It's just kind of what he does. Boogie is just the king of doing that shit, where it's just anything for attention, anything for a shield, anything to cover himself. It's what I guessed absolutely ages ago that he was going to do this because he just was scared of people coming after him. It was not long after the begging video. It was not long after when is Dez's NDA over. Well, if you listen to Boogie, Dez was never under an NDA, and actually only he is under an NDA, which is sure that makes sense in my opinion because you definitely have a one-sided NDA, I guess. Also, along with that, he, of course, I was just went through quickly, and I picked some of my favorite things from around that time, and I thought, why not? I'll just show them off, because I think they're quite funny. So here is his cancer shield joke, because, he sounds like a man who's really sad about having cancer, and he's not actually, smiling and, pulling himself off to the idea of having cancer.
You have no idea how right you are. Obviously, I've been big my whole life, and I've been diabetic in the past, and I do have an enlarged heart, so I'm already a pretty big risk for stroke or heart attack. But I also got some bad news recently that I have a blood cancer that causes my body to increase the amount of red blood cells it makes, putting me at an even higher risk for a stroke or heart attack. And the way I deal with the shitty things in my life is to make fun of them. A lot of us use dark humor as a way to cope with the things we're dealing with. And if I wasn't at such an astronomically high risk of a stroke or a heart attack, I probably wouldn't make these types of jokes, but I am. And it's how I deal with it. I'm sorry if it offends you.
Sorry if it offends you guys. You know what really offended me? And I will always remember this. And it's so weird, with all the cancer shit going on, him threatening to sue everyone in the entire world, him pretending that he had already blocked 200 people 30 minutes after his announcement, even though there was 170 posts on his actual announcement tweet, and they were all positive. I remember him specifically toning the screen. Well, as you see on the right side of the screen here, I'm not sure my mouse even shows up, but on the right side of the screen, that was his cancer announcement video, where he purposely made it redder. That has always been my favorite thing Boogie has ever done, because it is so fucking stupid. Because he's like, well, I have blood cancer. It's red, guys. It's red. Duh. So I did like to go through and try and decide, why would Boogie want to fake cancer? And obviously there's a couple of different reasons for it. He's using it as a cancer shield. He's using it as a reason to beg, as we saw with the crypto scam. The crypto scam is still something I fully looked into. Maybe I'll do something separate on that. Maybe I'll go into like a CoffeeZilla video or something like that on it at some point. But at the minute, I'm just like, well, what can I deal with this? But okay, you know, we all know that he is someone who is a bit of a fan of scamming people, and I thought we'd maybe have a wee look at a couple of his scams, because, you know, Boogie is a bit of a fan of OnlyFans, so let's go.
This OnlyFans thing is getting out of control already. I knew people were gonna talk about it, and I knew people were gonna react to it. That was always the point. And I had like other troll stuff involved, like other people and stuff like that. But I did not expect people to actually sign up. I did not expect people to actually spend money. And I definitely did not expect anybody offering money to see my twig and berry. Am I an OnlyFans girl now? Is that what I've become? Because if you spend the money,
There you go. That's what Boogie thinks of his fan base who subscribed to his OnlyFans. It's kind of cringe, kind of ridiculous. Because as we all know, you know, his OnlyFans thing, which he was just saying, it's a funny joke, guys. You're all the idiots for believing it.
Hey, so real quick, for the hardcore fans, this is for the hardcore fans. If you're not one, keep scrolling, okay? Hey, hardcore fans, I hope you're enjoying this OnlyFans story arc bit. And I want to remind some of you, because I think some of you don't remember, but most of what I do is bits. I mean, the weight loss stuff, the mental health stuff, the child abuse stuff, all that's real. But the rest of the stuff, I'm a boring person. Just like Jesse said back in the day, I'm a boring person. You wouldn't want to see my real life. My real life fucking boring. But this stuff is interesting. And it's fun to write these stories. It's fun to tell these types of stories. And I'll point out...
Remember, guys, it's fun to write stories for attention online. You know, obviously we're just talking about the OnlyFans thing right now. Obviously, you know, this OnlyFans thing that was posted on like the 4th of November or something like that. And the cans thing was like the 16th of November, 2022. You know, it's only like 10 days apart. But he really enjoys creating funny stories online just to get everyone involved. It's funny, guys.
Like, for example, today I reached out to a OnlyFans girl, and I made it look like I just tagged her right out of the blue, and then suddenly she responded. Guys, you know me. Obviously, I've been talking to that girl for a little while. Obviously, I told her I was going to tag her on Twitter. Obviously, I told her we would collab, and she was down, and I would not have tagged somebody at random otherwise, unless it was Belle Delphine, because that's funny. But don't get...
I always enjoy when Boogie informs me when one of his jokes is funny, because I'm not going to lie. At points, I do get lost. At points, I sit there and go like, was that one of his jokes? Was that am I meant to feel sorry for him here? I'm not entirely sure.
Suckered in by this. Don't get too freaked out. I made like $250 on OnlyFans. You know, the only thing I'm posting over there right now is the same thing I post on TikTok and Twitter every day, which is just me shirtless. I don't know that I would ever post anything beyond that. I mean, don't get me wrong, sex work is work. And I support sex work, and I would be a hypocrite to not...
I do you know what? I think at this point in our existence, we're all fully aware that Boogie adamantly, aggressively supports sex work.
Do sex work after supporting sex workers since 1994. But I will say... the payment would have to be there. The money would have to be there. But if y'all make me rich, I'll gladly collab with that girl. I'll gladly collab with anybody. I will gladly show you my twigs and berries. But you'd have to make me rich. I don't think the storyline will go that far. But if it does...
The storyline.
I like money. Otherwise, just relax, enjoy the ride, and laugh at all the people that are taking this shit serious. Because it's fucking hilarious.
It's funny to make up things online and to scam people out of there. I think look, I'm stupid. I'm Irish. We all get that about me. I've never tried to put on airs or anything like that. I'm kind of fucking thick. But I don't know. It feels like we could be applying that to other situations as well. You know, when he's scamming people out of their money by saying, "Oh, I'm going to film with an OnlyFans girl. Oh, it's going to be so hot, guys. I'm going to show my dick and I'm going to fuck this 9 out of 10 or OnlyFans." Just like, you know, when Des 2 popped into the picture and he started talking about how him and Des 2 were actually thinking about doing OnlyFans stuff together. Well, yeah, guys, the OnlyFans thing, it was just a silly, fun storyline just for his... If you fell for it, really, you're the stupid one. I'm the stupid... We're all the stupid ones. It was just for his hardcore fan base. He never wanted anyone else to ever even acknowledge its existence, guys.
First off, I started an OnlyFans, and it was a continuation of my e-begging thing, right? Where, like I said, I lost all my money in crypto and stuff, and I did. I lost a good chunk of money in crypto. And so I went ahead and made an OnlyFans because I thought YouTubers would pick up on it and dunk on it, and then it would get me more attention. That is not what happened.
So weird. I thought it was a funny skit for his friends and just for his little fan base. You know, it was just for everyone to get in on the joke and give him money to see his TikToks reposted. Look, I just said I like when he explains the joke to me because I'm too stupid to understand the actual joke. But I'm struggling to see what the joke was. You know, like the fatty coin thing, where it was a funny joke for him and his community for them to buy a crap coin. You know, the crap coin that he claims made him bankrupt. Even, you know, it depends what day you ask him. Obviously, sometimes he's still a millionaire, sometimes he's not a millionaire, sometimes he lost a bit of money, sometimes he lost 750,000, which is literally everything he had in the entire bank. You know what? Maybe that's why I give up covering Boogie, because I'm too pea-brained to keep up with all of his like big brain moves. 40 chess is just way too high above me here, guys. But it's weird that he mentioned like the Boogie Nights thing, the OnlyFans. It was just for a short period of time. It was a funny little joke that he's got going on here. Except weirdly, it's kind of still in existence. Like right now, he was last online on it in June 19th. In the year and a half since it's been uploaded, he has made 55 posts on it so far. And for this funny little, like, silly little tee-hee giggle thing that you're doing here, that you could still subscribe for 6 months if you really want to. You can subscribe for $5 a month, just randomly, I guess. You know, because it's a funny joke. He might maybe post something occasionally, like if you're really interested, maybe. But you could pay him $5 per month for the privilege of just still existing. Is his Patreon for the podcast still? Travis, I hadn't thought about that, but more than likely as well, you know, for the Power of the Internet podcast that he really oversold and then like interviewed like 3 of his friends and that was it. And then interviewed Turkey Tom and got the ass blasted out of him. So he deleted that and sneakily undeleted it like 6 months later when no one was going to go back that far and look at it anymore. Yeah, it was a wee bit weird. But for me, it's kind of weird that he mentioned the begging video. You know, it's like the OnlyFans is part of his begging storyline. That's so funny. Especially because later on, he would go on to say that the reason why he needed the begging video and the OnlyFans was because he was so scared about his finances. Because obviously, guys, he was just like bankrupt, you know, and he was like super scared because he's paying for all of his cancer treatments and he needed to buy a $2,000 bed because that helps his fucking cancer, I guess, guys. But apparently the begging video, it was true, it was honest, but also maybe a scam.
I've seen this comment a lot on YouTube. I've seen it now on Twitter, and I wanted to respond here. I tried to make it abundantly clear in the video, but a lot of people don't actually watch the video. But let me make it clear here. The last thing I want is your money. If you have a lot of money and you want to give it to me, I'm going to be ever so grateful. But what I really want here is for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, click on the videos when they get posted, watch them in their entirety if you enjoy them, drop a like on them, leave a comment, and if you know somebody else who might enjoy that content, share it with those people. And that's entirely free to do. And the reason that's such a good system is it costs you nothing, but YouTube pays me. So it's free for you to do. It's a small click for you. It's a big difference to me. It's a paycheck to me. So if that's something...
Well, that just fucking died there randomly. I didn't even pause that. It just died. Even my computer was like, you know what? Fuck Boogie. We're giving up on him here. But as you heard him there, you know, Boogie, he never once asked for money. You know, you can never claim that Boogie is financially lying to his audience, manipulating his audience, trying to get money out of his audience. Nothing like that. Obviously, the fatty coin thing, which is the big tee-hee, silly thing. He never once asked for money, guys. What are you talking about?
If you're in a position where you only have like $1 or $5, you can super chat that. Super chat that.
Oh, well, apart from that, guys, okay apart from that. Yeah, also the begging, it was a silly tee-hee thing, guys. I'm kind of working my way, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm just working my way up my sources here and finding some loose way in my head to connect them, because honestly, I didn't plan the stream overly well, like, as you guys know. So I'm just kind of finding ways to connect them to, kind of put them in the order I kind of wanted to go with. But it was a tee-hee, funny joke thing, guys. There you go.
Boogie, I think of how you like Andy Kaufman and I laugh. First, you're rich, then you're broke. Such good content. I knew to some degree that I was trolling with those videos. People took them way. That's one of the very few things. Andy Kaufman was a fucking genius. I'm a fucking idiot. But the one thing I have with Andy Kaufman is people take my shit way more serious than it's meant to be. You know?
Yep, that's the thing. You know, he's right. People just take his things seriously. He is the Andy Kaufman of YouTube, guys. It was just a funny tee-hee that he wanted to send you to send him your last dollar, guys. If you fell for that, that's again your fault. Like, you know, he was eating a pepperami while shirtless and saying you should definitely buy this coin because tee-hee, I'm Boogie, guys. It's so funny, guys. And then people bought it, and then, oh, whoopsie-doopsie, guys, that was an accident. I didn't even think people would do that. Why would people send money to me when I talk about something financial? You know, just like his OnlyFans thing, just like his begging video thing, which both of them weren't serious for in any way, guys. So I'm just trying to, like, paint a picture, guys, that you can't take, and I know none of you did, none of you are stupid, like, but you can't take the whole, well, I didn't think anyone was going to send money thing. Because that's what I wanted to pretty much evidence, is that he's made that claim about his begging video, that he wasn't asking for money, he didn't think anyone was going to send any money, he was blown away that people sent him money. And then a month later, he did the OnlyFans thing where once again, oh, I didn't think anyone was going to give me money. Oh, I'm so stunned that people give me money. This was just a joke, guys. I didn't think anyone was actually giving me money and fall for it. So, like, I just kind of wanted to paint the picture of, like, why you can't really trust Boogie when it comes to his excuse of, well, tee-hee, it was just a silly little joke, guys. But because Andy Kaufman, like I said, everything ties together, guys. And I'm not going to lie when I say I saw this a couple days ago, and I was like, oh my god, it makes so much sense. You know what he really likes, Andy Kaufman? Well, this clip is from Man on the Moon. Jim Carrey played Andy Kaufman, and I never watched it because I don't care. And I just don't care. Andy Kaufman's been ruined for me by, one, him not being funny. The clips I've seen of him, he's not very funny. And two, Boogie. So I never watched it. But I saw this because, you know, when, like, shorts get recommended to you and you'd rather just watch, like, a short as opposed to watching a movie. So I watched a short, and it made so much sense.
Would Andy like to tell us why he called us out at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I have cancer.
I get it. That's good. Yeah, we can make that play. Okay, and we'll just drag it out. All right, you get better, you get worse. No, you die, and then you come back to life.
It's not a gag, Bob. I got cancer. I got lung cancer.
Lung cancer? That's ridiculous. You don't even smoke.
I've got some freaky rare kind.
You got blood cancer? You don't even have blood, Boogie. I'm sorry. I know that's probably just a real stretch, but, like, when you see it's like Andy Kaufman had a whole bit about suddenly getting cancer, and yes, it wasn't like a bit. He actually did have cancer, and apparently died of cancer, all that kind of stuff. But just like, oh god, is this where he's taking this, like, inspiration from? Is that Andy Kaufman got cancer? Like, really? Donna says hello, Goober. She doesn't even raise her head back. Sorry, Donna. Frank, I think everyone's just chat. We're so back with Tinman. We are so back, guys. So I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching for that, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. And don't worry, guys. We're very close. We're nearly about to get to the actual meat and potatoes of this. Yes, potatoes was a deliberate pun, but I wanted to make the point because I said it during my initial video all that time ago that who would lie about cancer? You know, that's the knee-jerk thing most people have. When most people were quite sympathetic to him and quite nice about him, even though he was, like, just an awful, terrible person. Most people have the knee-jerk reaction of, well, you know, who would lie about cancer? I don't know. Who wants to film 2 days after the shooting at Uvalde?
Well, I just got done driving for 10 hours, but now that I'm finally setting in one place, I thought I'd say I deleted the tweet. But I want to tell you the context of that tweet. On my way driving down here, I was talking to my friend Amy, who lives in Dallas. Her name.
Guys, remember, it's Amy's fault, okay? It's Amy's fault. For some reason, he has to include whose fault this is. But remember, Amy's fault, okay, guys? Not Boogie. Boogie's good boy. Amy bad.
Blunderbusty here.
Amy woman.
She might say hi in response to this tweet. And since she's from Texas, she brought up the topic of Uvalde. And I'm like, I'm real close to there since I'm going to be down in Houston. And I was thinking about stopping by there and just checking out the memorial. And she said, well, that memorial, you're able to give money directly. I wish I could go with you and give a couple bucks myself. And I said, well, while I'm there, I'll make a donation for you and me, and I'll film it so you can see it happen. I'll send you the pictures and the videos of the memorial. And she was excited for that. And so I thought, well, if...
Remember, once again, Amy's fault suddenly. Amy's fault, because she was excited for Boogie to attend the memorial of the shooting victims of Uvalde, like 2 days after it happened, and film it. Amy was really excited, guys.
She wants to see it. Maybe other people on social media want to see it too.
What the fuck?
And I know that this is very challenging, a scary time, and a lot of people are very upset, and I don't want to upset anybody in that town or anywhere in the nation. I'm not a big fan of upsetting people on a good day, and this has been some very bad days. So I asked on Twitter if I end up going there, would you guys want me to share those pictures and videos on social media, film part of the town, and share it with you? And a lot of people jumped right to, well, Boogie, you want to make a YouTube vlog? No, of course not.
Okay, I'm just gonna for context of this one. Firstly, thank you very much, Frag, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, I don't actually have that loaded up on it. I had to reinstall OBS because I had some issues with it previously, and that has been lost to the ether. So I do apologize. But we talk about, and then the other guy. There you go. I tried to do it for you just with the audio, so there you go. So the context of this is, it was 2 days after Uvalde. I'm sure you all are fully aware about Uvalde. And Boogie was driving apparently close by. That's what he claimed. He said, I'm driving past it on the way down to Retropalooza. So do you guys want me to maybe film some content around there? Film the town a wee bit, film the memorial, everything like that. And everyone in his entire Twitter just was like, bro, what the no, what are you talking about? Literally everyone said, no, do not do that. That is absolutely ridiculous. Boogie then, of course, deleted the tweets and all, and then said that he never said he was actually going to film anything whatsoever. You guys are all terrible. He was only going to film him putting money into a jar at the memorial, because this is about the time, remember, he was claiming 10% of all his sales from his t-shirts were going to charity, and first he said it was going to be Ukraine, then he said it was going to be some random other one, but then he said, no, I'm just going to go and put it into this jar. And then when he actually looked at it, he wasn't driving past Uvalde. He had to drive an hour and a half past where he was going to get to the Uvalde, and then an hour and a half back again to get back to Retropalooza. And it was just bizarre. And he came on and blamed Amy, blamed this random friend of his for this entire thing happening, and then also lied and said that the vast majority of people said that they wanted me to do this. However, a couple of people said it might not be a good idea, so I decided against it, guys.
That's obviously not. But
also, may I point out, stellar acting. Very red-faced too. His proper Indian heritage is coming out when he's talking about Uvalde in Texas. He's probably sitting thinking, this is where my ancestors roamed.
I'm glad I asked. Obviously, the vast majority of you said yes, you would like to see that, and it's cool.
See? I thought that was a tweet. I forgot that was actually included in this video. He thinks that everyone was like, yeah, Boogie, that would be a great idea. If you get a crying mother in the shot, that would be even better. How about you do a Francis survives a school shooting skit? That's what I think everyone was saying that. It is ridiculous that somehow he's like, oh, 1 or 2 people were against it, guys.
And I'm glad, but 10% of the people got pretty upset. And
it's ridiculous.
Like I said, I'm not a big fan of upsetting people on most days. And I'm glad I put the poll up because, again, I thought people would really be glad to see those photos and images. And now that I know that they wouldn't be, and that this could be another thing that got me caught in hot water and upset a lot of people.
I love he said that first, that the reason he didn't go and film grieving parents at Uvalde just proved that he was putting, I think it was like $100 or something like that he was claiming was all he made from his t-shirt sales, which I think equated to like 10 t-shirt sales or something like that. It was ridiculously small. So much so that I just do not believe him, because he kept boasting about his t-shirt sales and how they're going, which I guess you could list as another scam, because once again he was talking about how he's giving like 10% of his profits for t-shirt sales to cancer thing, and he was like, oh no, it's like that'll be 100 t-shirts, because I forgot it was $1 per t-shirt. Sorry, so I'm still gonna count it. I don't believe he only sold 100 t-shirts, so he's boasting that fucking much about it.
I don't want to do that. So, deleted the tweet.
But he's more concerned about landing in hot water and looking bad than upsetting people.
I still plan to go there tomorrow.
Yeah.
I still plan to make the donation. I still plan to take the photos and the videos and send them to my friend Amy.
This bitch Amy.
Out of it. So love.
So, love you guys. I don't love the parents or anything, but I love you guys specifically, guys. So yeah, kind of ridiculous. I just thought I'd show that because I just remember I was just like scrolling through my videos very quickly before I got the stream set up, and I saw that, and I was just like, I think a lot of people miss, especially because like back when I was like one of the only people covering Boogie, I think a lot of people like missed a lot of the truly disgusting things that he would do, and occasionally they would just like notice something big like the begging video or the fake cancer video or the pump and dump. They'd notice stuff like that, but they didn't notice like his little small things that he would do like on Twitter, and then they would usually last like 45 minutes from start to finish of him posting the initial tweet to deleting it afterwards. So a lot of people just kind of missed it. Don't know about Kid Behind, I just heard every video is him lying about his... Kid Behind Camera is Boogie's best friend, and Kid Behind Camera's entire thing is lying constantly and clickbaiting everything. And he's just like a terrible person. Like, there's been lots of bad allegations about him in general, but he started helping Boogie out back in October 2022, and that's when the begging video happened, because apparently he helped Boogie do the begging video, and he helped made the thumbnail and all to try and get as best clickbaity as possible. All that kind of stuff to try and get as much attention. And ever since Boogie saw that it worked with the begging video, he has been going harder and harder with making up storylines, lying about stuff, clickbaiting stuff, just going as hard as he possibly can, because Kid Behind Camera does relatively successfully so far, still with his videos. But I still remember there's one time that Kid Behind Camera posted up on Twitter, and he said something like, okay guys, this isn't a storyline or anything like that, so I want you guys to know this is like totally serious. Me and whatever the fuck his wife is, we're separating. Don't worry, there are plans in place for the children. I don't want any of you guys to worry about it or anything like that. But yes, we are separating. We're going to get on as good a terms as possible. But don't worry, we are separating. Like I said, this isn't a storyline. It's not a bit. It's not a comedy bit. This is actually being serious, guys, okay? And then like an hour later, he was just like, she divorced me because I ate her donut! And a picture of him like super bloated, pretend to be fat. And I was like, lol! Clickbait! I was like, wow. I was like, bro, just imagine. That's your fucking life. That's your fucking life. Like, so, I don't know, I think it's pathetic. I honestly think Kid Behind the Camera is arguably more pathetic than Boogie, because that is his entire thing. And obviously, like, Boogie now has this all, they get kind of piled on top of him. But I always remember that tweet, and I was like, that is probably the most pathetic thing I have ever seen, that you can't even like clickbait normally anymore. You have to pretend that it's actually real and be like, guys, this isn't clickbait. I'm for once I'm being serious with you. And then like you can't even make like an argument for where and I don't I'm fat. Like, wow, all of that to do a tee hee, I'm fat. Like that's literally it. Tee hee, I'm fat. That was the joke. That was the entire joke. Is he's fat. It's why I've never got into Boogie as comedy. It's like, Boogie's entire thing will just be like, I don't know, he'll just do some random shit and turn around the camera and go like, I'm fat! And then eat a mango weird. And you're like, yeah, you are. Cool. I'm glad you noticed as well. His entire thing since his dad died is leeching off the rotting corpse of a brand. Yeah, kinda. The fact that he still sells merch with his like dad's face on it, and he sold that like fucking RIP merch was creepy. Was weird, especially when he claims, like, no, my dad really wanted us to do that. I was like, I would say no. Your dad might really want you to do that. You can still say no, you weirdo. So, yes, so there's two more things for us to quickly cover, and we're going to get into the actual show for it. But I thought it was really funny, because one of the clips I saw from later on is when Boogie's having a little bit of a meltdown. We're going to call it a wee meltdown. He's having a bit of a melty bee. And he's very, very upset about people saying he's like faking his cancer, and how he because I retweeted it. He was talking about how they think if he doesn't have polycythemia vera, then they think he actually has prostate cancer, and the next thing they need to do is a colonoscopy. And I was like, that's unusual, because I remember this.
Now to the life updates that you guys have clicked on this video for. I have lost 18 pounds in the last few months, and unfortunately I don't think that's a good thing. I've debated talking about this. I wasn't going to make a dedicated video about it. But about 6 weeks ago, they took me off my testosterone because my red blood cell count was exceptionally high. That's not a great thing. When I got home and Googled the red blood cell count thing, there's not a lot of good reasons for that to be happening. There's some really minor reasons. You've got a flu or something like that. But for it to be as high as it was.
I also do want to draw attention that, firstly, this is from the 25th of October. Okay, 25th of October. So it's after the begging video, but before he comes out and announces the cancer, before the OnlyFans, everything like that. So this is still in the I have literally no idea what's wrong with me period, because even he said himself that he got told by his doctor that he had elevated blood cell count, and he went home and he Googled it. And I remember that specifically because I laughed about it, because I was like, bro, you're in the doctor's office, and instead of asking the doctor who was standing in front of you giving that information, you're like, what do you think it is, doc? You're just like, okay, 1 sec, and you go home, WebMD. What does this? You're in the doctor's office. Why would you not ask? It doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. But yes, well, that's not even the main bit that I remember from that.
Something might be going on, and it's scary. So in a couple more weeks, we're going to go in and do the blood work again, see if my red blood cell count has lowered. If it has, hey, that's cool. We go back on the testosterone, and everything's amazing. If it hasn't gone down, that means there's something wrong somewhere. And the place they want to start checking first is my shitter. Colonoscopy time again.
So, guys, they want him to get a colonoscopy, because apparently, guys, that's the first thing they want to check, because if he has elevated blood cell count and it hasn't gone down being taken off testosterone, then he wants to go and get a colonoscopy to check what it is. Even though during this stream, I know at one point, he's claiming, well, we need to check. We're going to get a colonoscopy to check to see if I have cancer. I was like, bro, a year and a half ago, you said the first thing they were going to check before telling you have polycythemia vera, apparently, was to get your colonoscopy. And apparently they just didn't do that. I guess that they just decided, nah, why would we check that? Like, I realize the NHS is a little bit of a meme sometimes, but like, pretty sure American healthcare, they wouldn't be like, well, we think you might have cancer. Come back in, we don't want to be too hasty, let's say 2 years, and we'll check. Yeah, just imagine, genuinely imagine his shitter and his nipples, guys. The most important part of his body.
Never great. Don't get old, kids. Stay young forever.
Well,
I'm not telling you
you're
that
fine.
to scare you or worry you or anything like that. It's probably nothing. You shouldn't be worried. But my anxiety-riddled brain is very worried, and it's about all I can think about.
Guys, don't worry about him. It'll all be fine. He's absolutely fine. It could be anything. It could be the flu. But also, I'm so scared, guys. Ooh, woo. I'm so incredibly scared. I probably have cancer because Dr. Google told me that I may have the butt blood cancer, but blood in my butt cancer, because that's, I guess, the same thing. But we're not going to attack or anything like that, because, we could do a bone marrow thing, but that would give me a big owie. Or we could stick something up my pooper, but that would also be a bit of a big owie, and also I'd have to not eat for a day before it. And honestly, guys, cancer, or eating, I think you guys know which one I picked. Literally, fucking look at me. I've heard so many times in this recent thing that Boogie has complained about, how high his medical bills and all that shit are, and you just want to be like, bro, how about you lose the weight, and then I'm pretty sure most of your medical bills would just kind of go down. I might sound crazy. I might sound like an insane person here, but I'm pretty sure that if you went down in weight, you probably wouldn't need all of your healthcare over and over and over again. However, the one thing I want to do before we get into it is, guys, and this is something I had planned ages ago for a video, and I never did it, and I thought, why not? I might as well stick it in here, because I just want to talk about Boogie, and how Boogie doesn't lie about things. He doesn't lie about the etiquette situation, doesn't lie about the Uvalde situation. He's not a terrible, awful person who would lie about anything for attention and fame, and people to hug him and go, oh, you're such a nice person. The one thing he would definitely not lie about is shooting a gun in a school zone.
Shot my dog. I shot up a school. That's my favorite thing that anybody said, is that I shot up a school. God, it's so funny how people meme shit. At the time, I didn't find it. At the time, I didn't find it funny when people were like, "He shot up a school. About you shot up a school zone." Well, thank God I did not do that, and thank God, But I don't know why people like to make it worse than it actually is. But my house is not in a school zone. Look at Google Maps. The nearest school is miles away from me. Also, by the way, for those of you who think I shot a gun in the school zone, this is a flyby of my house. Now, the school is that gray and white building way off in the background. You see it up here? See that gray and white building? That's the school. Now, I'm not in a school zone. I live one suburb over from a school zone.
I live one suburb over from the school zone. I love that one, so that's what I had done ages, like genuinely ages ago, and I just never used it. And I thought, well, at some point I have to use it, guys. It's amazing. Don't worry, he just shot a blank, and before he even shot that blank, firstly what he did was he went into like the Wanted movie, you know, where you can curl bullets and shit like that. He decided to like aim like he's an anime protagonist and like calculate the exact velocity and drop angle, and he fired it towards the woods by firing it in a southwestern direction, even though you literally saw him fire it in like a northwestern direction. But you guys know me. I'm very analytical. You know, that's the one thing I wanted to take away from my definitely real professional videos, guys. So I thought, why not? We'll find out. So I went on to the interwebs. I went on to Google, just like Boogie did with his cancer diagnosis, and I decided to look it up. So according to 18 USCS 92125, school zone means in or on the grounds of a public, parochial, or a private school, or within a distance of 1,000 feet from the grounds of a public, parochial, or private school. So that is the definition of a school zone. Okay, guys, so I looked it up. You know, it's US Legal. I don't know if that's a real website, but I went to US Legal, and they told me that. So, how far away is he? Well, if you look here, if you guys can see, just starting at the bottom, it says total distance. He's right. 1,312 feet, guys. He's right. Technically, he's not in a school zone. Boogie has won. A-logs destroyed. Mold, seethe, cope, everything like that. You've been blown away. Even though, actually, if we do actually look at it over here, you can actually see that the school grounds, which is the actual definition, is within 1,000 feet of his house. As you can quite see that, because the 1,000 feet is like a good, I don't know, let's say 30, 40 feet past it. So he's actually within 1,000 feet of the of the school grounds, which actually by definition means that Boogie is literally in a school zone. So I thought, why not? We might as well rest in peace for that. And I definitely stole that from the Kiwi Farms or something like that. And I decided to like blank out the thing. So I'm a very good boy. Only use me, David. Boogie's the older version of the White Bowser. They kind of look similar, don't they? Because White Bowser, I've only seen like one video on the White Bowser quite a long time ago. And I remember him kind of having the weird curly hair and a big fat weirdo look like. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. But okay, guys, I went through my slideshow. Thanks for sitting through my slideshow. Guys, it was something, I'm assuming, like. So, we're finally here. We're not going to get chat up or anything like that. I don't even know if this is going to be entertaining or what, because I genuinely, I don't know. I haven't seen it. You know, it's gonna be an experience for me, just like it's going to be an experience for you guys. Was there a church in front of his house, north direction? It wasn't in front of his house, north direction, but it was kind of where he aimed. So he didn't shoot at a school, but he kind of shot at a church. So it's close. It's kind of close. If someone wanted to argue that he shot at a church, then okay, I would let them have that one there. You need to talk about Boogie lying about his abuse. I've never believed Boogie with his abuse, so I have talked about that a lot. I personally don't believe like anything he says, like ever, like literally ever. I do think there's probably something that happened to him, because there has to have been something that happened to him to make him this big a fucking idiot, like. But like his level of abuse that he keeps talking about, the fact that his brother says that the most abused people in human history, all that wank, nah, bro, skip me that shit. All right, guys, so I guess we're going to get into it. We're at the 44-minute mark. Keemstar's been in for a bit of a time. There's been a bit of a oh, actually, wait, I have 2 wee timestamps I want to quickly go back to here. So one that I thought was kind of funny is back at the 8-minute mark, and it is Tommy giving his opinion on the Lolcow podcast, and it could be fake. It could be fake. I think Tommy C's probably the most honest person on the show. But like, I think it could possibly be fake still, but he has a bit of a rant about the fakeness, which is my biggest issue with the Lolcow Live.
So, feel free. Shoot.
Okay, so
That's
let's
just
talk
it.
about.
You know, a lot of these people are fucking sick of this forced fake drama horse shit. This included. And I don't blame them. I'll be perfectly honest with you. If you give it fucking energy, I'm not going to give some kind of false bravado. And just to think that, hey, everybody, like and share with you out there, and you, and David H. and BRS. Let's
look how fucking annoyed Boogie looks. I don't even see my mouse. I can't see my mouse. My mouse is adorable, by the way. It's a VTuber one night. Oh, you can't see my mouse. There, he's floating around there. Look how annoyed Boogie is when, like, Tommy C's taking the piss out of just how incredibly fake the show is. Like, I don't know Tommy C nearly as well as I know the other two, because honestly, he's not like a lol guy. He's just a dude. He's just a commentary channel dude. But I don't know. Like, Boogie just looks genuinely annoyed when Tommy C kind of just pulls back the curtains and goes like, yeah, a lot of this is fake. Because it is! It's why I don't watch it. It's why I tried. I tried so hard to watch it. But, like, I just didn't care. I just didn't care. It just wasn't fun in any way. And then it's kind of one of those things where they would do like a 2-hour video or a 2.5-hour long live stream, and I would look at it and go like, well, I could react to that and not really enjoy myself. I'd be really bored by it and pretty much say the same stuff like over and over and over again because it's really fucking boring and I really don't enjoy it. Or I could do the other thing and I could go to like Girl World, where maybe once a day Foodie Beauty posts up like a 10 to 20 minute video of her blobbing around the place and it's funny to make fun of and have fun at, you know? Like that's why I moved away from Boogie, because he was just so fake. Like, I can't describe it any more than that. He was just incredibly fake, and it just wasn't really interesting anymore. My other one that I wanted to go to was at about the 13-minute mark, and it's just because of how fucking pathetic it is.
The show paid for the trip.
Let me be genuine. I had a great fucking time on the trip, actually. So I'm the one guy that fucking enjoyed it. Of course, I was banging Desi in the fucking basement of that place, you know. So
I had COVID-19. Get criticized because I didn't want to go to.
He tries to slip in. By the way, I was fucking my her, and yeah, I was having a good time, and my penis was in her, and stuff like that, guys. And they just move on. They don't even react. Their facial expressions don't even change. And Boogie just sits there like, you guys are meant to say that I'm a giger chat, and she's only 19 and super hot. Follow the script, guys. Like, no one cares. No one cares at all. But yeah, let's get back to the 44-minute mark. By the time Desi comes in. Pretty much the backstory of this is, like I said, Keemstar's apparently quit the show, and Boogie's acting like Keemstar's quit the show, and then Keemstar comes back to confirm that he hasn't actually quit the show, and Boogie also confirmed that he hadn't actually quit the show, and it's kind of just lame and really fake. But it was because Boogie had tried to, like, blame Keemstar and why he couldn't pay back. I'm trying to remember, a lot of this is just, like, fake. It's Boogie just being, like, fake and just lying about shit, because that's what Boogie does. And people believe that that actually upset Keemstar, and Keemstar decided to throw Destiny out just into the wild, just be like, have fun, get on the channel, let's have a bit of fun here. And apparently that's how all of this happened, and it should be interesting, so let's go.
My memory of it, and I believe it happened in text. If that's the case, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm looking for it now.
Boogie, you said that you weren't gonna get paid this month, okay?
Because I didn't know if I was.
Because you had to pay for the trip.
Because I didn't know if I was.
And then you just told me your expenses for the trip were $500.
Except for the Airbnb part, right?
Okay, the Airbnb is $1,200. So wait, the whole show is making $2,000 for the month?
I don't fucking know, dude. I was in the middle of a panic attack after 3 days of not fucking sleeping.
Say it.
He asked me if I was getting paid. I didn't know if I was getting fucking paid.
Finally, we're getting the truth out of Boogie.
And how much it was.
Finally, we're actually getting the truth, because you just tried to...
So this is a big long thing where Boogie pretty much has argued that he couldn't pay back the victims or the money he took from the company. I can't remember, like, because he wasn't sure if he was going to get paid because they'd taken a trip, which cost him like $500, and he wasn't sure if they had the budget to be able to pay him as well as cover the $500 for his like flight or some. It was just silly. It was just silly. And it was when I was watching this, and because I just watched it at 2x speed, and I was like, I'll get to a point where it seems like something interesting is finally happening. And it was like 45 minutes straight of just nonsense. Just pure. That's why there's only 2 timestamps, about 15 seconds each, because so much of this is just nonsense.
To lie to me and this entire fucking audience.
Also, it is at 1.5 times speed at the moment. I don't think they go overly quick at anything. I do realize Destiny speeds very quickly. However, I can listen to Destiny at 2 times speed. So, let me know if this needs slowed down in any way, okay?
I'm telling you.
I love people who are telling me how to speak. Parokeal. Why am I reading that? I'm reading Johnny. Parokeal. 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 You're asking an Irish person to speak.
You that in that moment I did not know when I was getting paid or how much, and that I needed to cover my fucking mortgage, and I was holding on to the money that I still had to make sure I did before I paid off the other $2,000 that I fucking had sitting in.
You just lied.
Also, can I ask, Like I'm a fucking potato on the screen here, so it's not like I can really talk about people's camera placements or anything like that. But like, like why is Wings a little goblin down here? Slow it down. Okay, we'll do it 1.25 speed. Hopefully it doesn't take all night. But why is Wings like arguably, despite being such a big fat boy, why is he 1/18 of his entire screen?
In front of the 4,862 real people that are here, and the fucking 27,632 fucking bots. You just lied in front of all of them.
What's the fucking lie? What's the fucking lie?
Because you told CoffeeZilla you didn't know if you were getting paid.
And I didn't. I didn't know when I was getting paid, if I was getting paid, and how much.
Let's okay, you know what? Fuck you, Buggy. You know what? Fuck you, Buggy. You know what I'm gonna do? You're not gonna like this.
Yeah, you're bringing coffee in.
You're not gonna like this. I'm bringing a friend in.
Of course you are.
I'm bringing a buddy onto the show. You are not going to fucking like this.
Yeah, I didn't think I would. Still showed up anyway.
Still showed up anyway. Genuine, like, childish temper tantrum.
You are not going to like this one bit.
Didn't think
ladies and gentlemen, a popular streamer by the name of Destiny.
Yeah.
A popular streamer.
Where the fuck is our webcam at? Listen. Probably OBS is using it.
Oh, she's like crazy. I'm sure it was,
yeah. The camera on.
You guys really ruined the intro. He gave us a big shout out.
Yeah, it's about because it kind of just stumbled and fell dick first into this.
And then there's no chat marks. It's just your voice, and it's just fucking cringe.
Everything about there. Yeah. Do we have a camera? How you guys doing tonight? What's going on?
Yeah, how's it going? We can see you. You guys are fantastic.
What kind of fucking guest is this?
Turn it on.
My God. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There's the short king himself. Fantastic. I don't know who the cowboy is hanging out with them. I know Destiny. I know everyone hates Destiny. So, there you go. I will let you all have your opinion. There's Destiny. I realize you all hate him. Because he's Destiny. And he's a little cuck manlet king. Yeah, he's a bit of a weirdo. He's a bit of a weirdo. But I remember watching him during the Mr. Girl Lav Luna expose thing, and it was very funny. It was funny because it was such a fucking train wreck. You watch Jim grilling Boogie on his abuse claims. Isn't that here? Because the Medicare jumps on, so I'm pretty sure it's during this thing on Weeb, so it should happen here.
My God, we're on. X. We don't even have to worry about it.
So are you? SCR, was that about me being a weirdo? That's so mean.
You can say whatever you want, and it's gonna be like, please said it.
All right, are we good to go?
Let's go.
Right, we're good.
Okay.
The laptop's not even on.
Boogie2988, you are being confronted tonight.
Is that XQC? Isn't that XQC? Is that XQC? I think that's what the person's name is who lent in there, the weird French person.
Go ahead.
I am 99% sure that you are faking.
No, don't move.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
Let's hear that.
Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary
Also, 100%, you searched it up on Google. Shut up.
polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bullshit.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia.
Well, then
can you
why
explain?
why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it?
What the fuck is Wings doing? That's very distracting. We're talking about the cat. What is Wings doing?
Well, if you ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation.
Because the markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood, Destiny.
Correct. But you said that you'd received the diagnosis, but now you just told me you got a bone marrow biopsy.
It's a diagnosis, and now we're confirming. It's called a confirmation.
That's not that's not how diagnosis works. Wouldn't that just be like you believe that it's a hypothesis? Right now, it's what we believe you have. You aren't diagnosed with it until you're actually diagnosed with it, and they kind of need to check that to diagnose you. So that's not what a diagnosis is. A diagnosis would be like, we've done all the tests and we have actual confirmation. A diagnosis isn't like, I think you're short, but I'm gonna wait until I get my ruler.
The hormone markers are already in my blood. And
so I think
we are confirming it with the biopsy because I'm wanting to do that because I'm praying to God I don't fucking have cancer.
He doesn't care.
I'm praying to God I'm taking the one.
I honestly think Boogie, he doesn't sleep with Dez. I don't think he's capable of it. I think he pulls himself off every night to the idea of him having cancer because it is the ultimate trump card of I am such a victim.
A million fucking chance that they're fucking wrong, and there's another reason I have the hormone fucking imbalances in my blood.
He's screaming so you know he's right. Well, when I am upset, I will speak like this at a constant angry tone, and I will never monitor my voice in any way, and I will just keep... it's so weird that when he tries to like do his like angry "I'm shouting you down" thing, it's just so incredibly flat.
Yeah, why are you praying to God 2 years after you said that you have cancer that you don't have cancer?
Because 2 years ago, they told me I have polycythemia vera based on the fact that I had increased red blood cell counts, increased hemoglobin, and the hormone markers in my blood, and it all spelled pretty definitively that I have this. And
if it spelled it definitively, wouldn't they have not done, like, say the bone marrow test? Would they just not do that? If they're like, no, we're 99.9% sure. Why would they want to do the bone marrow test if they're already sure?
So he wanted to get a bone marrow biopsy, but it is intrusive and expensive.
It looks like my fucking potato guy is giving Wings a blowy down here. Wings, can you sit down again, sir?
So they decided to forego it. I would like to still.
Do you think this is the end of Boogie's career? No, not even close. But Boogie's doing all this for attention. Like that's literally it. Boogie's fan base are fucking idiots. That 20 to 30 people, like 30,000 people, will watch him no matter what. Like, no matter. I have said before that he could take out a gun and shoot Sammy on screen, and they'd be like, "Yeah, but that's cool though, because remember what he said. Where's my Mountain Dew? Oh, let me smell your breath." They would say, that's it. That's all they care about. He wants to flip the table. He's funny. He hit himself in the dick with a lightsaber. Tee-hee, guys. So funny.
Get it done. Because I am hopeful, I am praying that there's a fucking merciful God of the world that would be willing to fucking let this be wrong. Even though it
is so fucking cringe. It's so cringe.
Most certainly is not.
So why are you talking about expensive cancer treatments if they don't even know if you have cancer?
Yep.
Nothing has been.
They're treating it, dipshit. Because they're
treating the thing they don't know I have. Duh.
For 2 fucking years.
How are they treating it, Boogie?
Blood test, blood thinners, bloodletting, medications. They're trying.
Oh no! Oh, how are they treating it? Blood tests. They're treating it with blood tests. They're treating it with blood tests. That's about it, guys. You know. Blood tests. Also, I thought Boogie had started testosterone again after everything. But it wasn't like the injected testosterone, which is what he was claiming was giving it. It was the tropic, I think that's what it's called, a tropic testosterone, where it's like a gel that you rub on yourself as opposed to blood. Yeah, 13th century care. Bleed me, Wilson. I watched Sharp again recently, and I remember it's like, bleed me, Wilson. Yeah, and then he lists that. Topical? Okay. Blood test, that's not treatment for it. Bloodletting, okay, well, if you produce too much blood, okay, draining some of that, I guess that might make a little bit of sense. Putting leeches on him, obviously empty. But, he gets through all of that, and then his final answer is, and medication. Name the medication. That's what the treatment is.
To get my weight down. I'm seeing the doctor every 3 fucking months. I'm doing blood tests every.
Boogie already claimed that he does blood tests every 3 months before the cancer thing happened because he's so unhealthy, because he had high blood pressure and all these issues and cholesterol and everything like that. He already was the one who claimed that he has to do all of this stuff already. So you can't now suddenly be like, well, I'm having blood thinners. It's like, well, you already were on blood thinners. Well, I'm having blood tests. It's like, well, you're already having blood tests. Well, I have to see my doctor every 3 months. It's like, well, honestly, you said not too long ago that you had to see him every month. Remember the time you went and fought in London and you were cleared? Would a doctor clear you medically if you had blood cancer that increased your chance of strokes?
Fucking month. We're doing
so they don't know if you have cancer or not.
He's trying to screw
my fucking hand.
I can explain everything, right?
Right.
So
on,
polycythemia, which means there's an elevation.
Polycythemia vera.
Let him talk, you fat fuck. I want to hear the guy that actually knows something.
Polycythemia vera.
Destiny, go ahead.
He knows more about my fucking medical.
Yes, unironically, I think, not singling you out, the Ghost of Laszlo. Ghost of Laszlo? Okay, Laszlo. I'm going to go Ghost of Laszlo. Ghost of Laszlo probably knows more about Boogie's medical care than Boogie does. When all you could say is, I take medication.
Was in the fucking room. My girlfriend was in the fucking room.
You are filibustering.
Your girlfriend's a fucking idiot. I don't care what she says or thinks or does, because firstly, I entirely believe that you pay her to stand beside you and, I was going to say look pretty, but I'm not a liar. But also at the same time, if she isn't being paid to be there, she's stupid. She's genuinely just stupid, so I don't care about her opinion anyway.
You are filibustering, sir.
Be nice.
Okay, so I think that Boogie was told that he had.
Who's taller? Bets in chat, who's taller, Destiny or Boogie? I don't actually know.
As polycythemia, which means he has an elevation of his red blood cells.
Yes.
Now, there is a cancer known as polycythemia vera, which is caused by a mutation in some part of your body that causes an elevation of 3 different levels of things we'll find. One of those is the red blood cell count. However, when Boogie was talking about the polycythemia, he mentioned a couple things that I thought were interesting. The first was that taking an exogenous hormone, TRT, testosterone, that caused an increase in him developing this condition. So taking testosterone will not cause you to develop a cancer. That doesn't, not for this particular cancer, it won't. It will cause you to develop secondary polycythemia. The second thing that he mentioned was that his doctor ordered a sleep study. That's because one of the things that can cause your body to produce more red blood cells is if you have hypoxemia, which is a lower count of, or a low amount of oxygen in your blood for an extended period of time. Yes. And the reason why he ordered that sleep study is probably
when Boogie literally has sleep apnea and has to wear CPAP to bed.
Because Boogie either has pulmonary obstructive something, or he has, as he mentioned, sleep apnea. And sleep apnea, which is a decrease in oxygen overnight.
Yes, he's like 5'7". Why would you lie to me, Prince?
Can lead to a decrease in oxygen in your blood, which can lead to an increase in the production of red blood cells. All of the things that Boogie described, both the things that cause this and the treatment.
That Brandonator, Total Biscuit really did have that's the thing. And I thought it was really funny because in my video, I remember specifically mentioning Total Biscuit and Medicare as a thing of saying, guy, if Boogie does have it, it's a bit weird to celebrate him having cancer because do you remember people celebrating when Total Biscuit or Medicare got cancer? And it's so funny that both of them are so fitting for this entire storyline as well. And Medicare actually somehow got involved in this.
For it are consistent with secondary polycythemia. None of these are consistent with cancer. And the fact that he's saying that they've now ordered a biopsy 2 years after. 2 years after.
May I review?
Mayor, he's literally not even finished. Shut up, fatty.
He's not done. He's not done.
Yeah. 2 years ago, you said that.
Tommy C hates Boogie and literally is just here for the paycheck. And this is like he's getting sucked off under that table. This is the greatest moment of his entire life.
You had a cancer diagnosis, but now you just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
Is this awesome? Are we treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Look at the panic in his eyes.
Because it was in my blood markers, and that's pretty goddamn definitive. You can Google that, Destiny. When you have the hormones, when you have the hormone in the blood that is produced by this cancer.
What's the hormone? There you go. Tell me the name of the hormone.
It's pretty goddamn definitive.
Confirmation. I never did.
Doesn't show up for just the shit sakes of it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Look, you want to keep saying you're the patient. You know what your body has.
Yes.
When I go to the doctor, they give me shit like this, which is like papers that will tell me.
I was gonna say, look at this whole thing. Tell me a single document with polycythemia vera on it. You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it.
Can I ask you something, Destiny? Is it possible that when the doctor was seeing him, they were asking you could have polycythemia, if I'm saying it correctly, or polycythemia vera, but you don't have the cancer version. You have this version. Is that possible? I'm asking him. Is it? It could be like a.
Not even asking Boogie about what was said to him. They're asking Destiny. Destiny, do you think in his appointment they maybe said this to him? They're like, Boogie, shut up. I don't care that you were at your own appointment. I'm going to ask someone who wasn't there what happened at your appointment because they're more believable than you.
Type situation?
Yeah, so polycythemia just means you have an elevation of red blood cells. That's all it means. Your red blood cell count is high.
Which is literally all he claimed initially. Try to remember. He claimed that he knew about he suspected the polycythemia vera because of the elevated red blood cells from September. He claimed it was like 2 full months before he got his diagnosis around the 15th, 16th of November. So it was 2 full months. At some points he claims 6 weeks, at some points he claims 2 months. It really just kind of goes back and forth over and over and over again for it. But how does it take you 2 months from them detecting this to running a blood screen to detect the hormones? How does it take 2 months to do a blood test? Like that for me was always the thing that doesn't make any sense. Obviously now we're at the 2-year mark and he's still going like, well, we're still waiting on tests to come back, 2 years later.
You could just be fat and sleep apnea can create that because I'm
sleep apnea could do it. Anything like that could cause it. And the fact that Boogie said, we knew that when I was taking TRT, this was a risk of that. That means that risk is to develop secondary polycythemia. That was the risk. And then that is what ended up happening, unfortunately. But it's not cancer. That was induced because of just a low oxygenation of the blood.
Try to remember as well, we're doing all of this big dance over a cancer that apparently has a life expectancy of 20 years. And Boogie got it at the age of, 48? Was he 49 at the time? I think he was 48. So, he had the life expectancy of, up to, let's say, 70. It would be nice, 70. You know, and that's an average. It could be 30 years. It could be 40 years. You know, it's an average, okay? Boogie is super, super, super morbidly obese, and, you know, people suspect he's had a stroke. Do we really think it is going to be like years and years and years, like 2 years later, a year and a half later, and he's already like, I'm struggling with my cancer. It's like, bro, you're beating the right. You by yourself are going to pull down the life expectancy of this cancer.
So why? Explain to me, Destiny, why there are markers, hormone markers in my blood that have tested positively for polycythemia vera. Explain that.
If there was, medical papers, dude.
I'm never showing any of these motherfuckers my medical papers. Go fuck yourself. I said that 2 years ago, and I'm standing by it now. Destiny, Jackson, Clark, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking die. It's my fucking goddamn medical record. I've given you every.
I promise, when that happens, I will live stream. When that happens, I'll do a live stream. I don't care how long it's been since I posted on this channel. I'll do a live stream for that, guys. We can finally do the Rip Boogie2988 in the chat.
Goddamn phone call. I've given you every fucking text. I've given you. It's never made a single goddamn thing better.
Earlier on during this, he said he was going to pull up text to prove that CoffeeZilla was lying. Still has not done that, by the way.
I'm not going to fucking do it. Go fuck yourselves.
You could easily end this right now by just showing
I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP. I would rather you motherfuckers continue.
I'm going to make a point, okay, and I've always thought this. When he started saying LARP, a lot is when I started saying LARP a lot, because I always said he LARPs this, and he started saying LARP more, and I was like, stop fucking stealing my words, bro. Alexander the Resurrection, Destiny's the hero we deserve. F Boogie. Fantastic. Thank you very much for the super chat, and you're correct. Like I said, you can all hate Destiny all you want. This shit is Kino.
Then to have the last goddamn thing. The last goddamn thing.
You're the one being accused of
the
LARPing.
fucking security I have in the fucking world.
You're the one being
so
accused of
the
LARPing.
easy thing here is if there are blood markers that definitively confirm polycythemia vera as a blood cancer, then why are they doing a biopsy?
Because I'm insisting on it, because I'm hoping they're wrong.
No, wait, why would you?
I'm insisting on it. You know, 2 years later.
You have to insist on a biopsy if you can confirm with blood markers. It's because
I'm
you can't.
hoping that I are wrong.
Because you can't.
Because I'm hoping
You're hoping
wrong.
they're wrong. And why 2 years ago you're talking about fighting cancer? Why would you be
Because
talking
I have
about
been for 2 years, Destiny.
Well, you don't even know that you have been, apparently, based on what you're just saying yourself.
cancer? How? With what? With blood thinners? This one's for you.
Yeah, with blood thinners.
Because you treat polycythemia vera almost identically to the way that you treat polycythemia, because you can't attack the cancer directly.
I guarantee Boogie was already on blood thinners because he's already at high risk of stroke or heart attack, which he has already claimed himself. But even at the time he's announcing the cancer, he says, I'm already at high risk. So if you're already at high risk of stroke and heart attack, I guarantee you're already on blood thinners.
All you can do is treat the symptoms. And the symptoms are identical to polycythemia, because it's the same fucking thing, with the exception of one's getting caused by an external source and the other's being caused by fucking cancer. And in this case, it's getting caused by fucking cancer, Destiny.
You should start.
So I do think.
So it literally wouldn't, it doesn't matter then which one of the two you had. So it literally doesn't matter. Just one of them has a big fancy, flashy title of cancer on it, so you can say, I'm a cancer warrior.
There are different treatments available for polycythemia vera, and I think that the outcomes for that are significantly worse than just having it induced by some other thing like sleep apnea or hypoxia. But I mean, if you wanted to,
the treatment plan is pretty identical. The treatment plan is pretty identical.
So if there are two huge things. So one, you could show it to a private party and they could confirm, somebody like Keemstar. But two, the issue is that if you want to keep your medical issues to yourself, I think everybody is entitled to that right, obviously.
I should have never talked about it to begin with. This
Dude, before he even apparently got his apparent maybe kind of confirmation, he was already wink wink nudged. Do I have to play the clip again from the 25th of October where he's like, guys, things are going on in the background here, and I guarantee if I went further back, I'd already find him hinting at it from back but when he was like getting ready for his boxing in like June of that year.
And this is one of the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe. This is one of the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe, was because they verify, for the record. They verify. That would be the third party that I would go forward with.
Yeah, so GoFundMe does not do the best verification, as has been proven multiple times in the past. But the issue is that you say that you shouldn't have talked about it, but the fact is that you did. You did the day that you got the diagnosis. You're like, well, I was considering doing this, but I just got my diagnosis today. So you did it instantly.
I sat on it for a while.
Didn't? You did this in your tweet. You literally had like the tweet. I guarantee the tweet had something like little like sirens, like little flashing things. It's like, and he wrote himself with little sirens. Breaking news. Earlier today, I got told I have cancer. It was something silly like that. And even his video, which he must have filmed and edited like bang, 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 or had it pre-filmed, because he literally released it the same day as well. And we all know Boogie doesn't like to work, but apparently he could rush home, get this video filmed, and get it uploaded.
Did you not say that I got my diagnosis today? And then
You did, yes. You did.
They told me, okay. They told me in the office that they were worried about it. Then they did the blood test. Then, yes, I did tweet about it on the day that I got confirmation. But I sat on it for a couple of months before.
Apparently you haven't got confirmation information. Why does bone marrows for?
Or for a couple of weeks before talking about it because it took a
Oh
while
my
to
god,
to
what
get
a
the blood results.
dickhead!
So you sat on it when you didn't know the answer? That's not called sitting on it. That's just called waiting for an answer.
Yeah, and he didn't even sit on it. I literally played the clip for anyone who's just only come in recently. I played the clip earlier on from the 25th of October, which is 20 or so days, 3 or so weeks before he made the announcement, and he was hinting in that video that it's like, I've googled the results that the doctor told me, and it looks like it might be cancer, guys. 3 weeks before, he was hinting that it was cancer.
Also, if you were so keen on diagnosing whether you had cancer or not, why would you wait 2 years to get
What a bad cancer day, guys. Because I'm just having such a bad cancer day. I'm going to have a wee break day today. You know, the cancer's flaring up again. Oh, you know it is.
Twittered before, but I tend to tweet shit as it happens. This one I decided to sit on for a little while.
Real-time news, motherfucker.
You didn't sit on it. It's genuinely, he didn't sit on it at all. And then afterwards, when people started like making fun of him and all for like the OnlyFans thing and for like the begging thing, he said, he's like, well, I wonder if you know, 5 weeks ago when I did the begging thing, that was actually because of my cancer. Like, he actually retroactively said the begging thing from like the 4th of October, I think it was. Don't quote me, I think it was around the 4th of October. He said the begging thing was like a month and a half before he announced his cancer. He claimed that was entirely because of his cancer, and he was scared about the cost that it was going to have.
I don't understand why you're waiting.
Silent cancer diagnosis.
Cancer is pretty fucking serious.
There is no cancer.
Pretty fucking serious.
It's secondary polycythemia. There is no cancer here. There's no proof of it. You can't show anybody proof of it because it's not real. And yeah, I don't know. As somebody that like his mom had cancer, it's just a little bit gross. I feel like when people are talking publicly about fighting cancer and stuff.
Who's the person that faked cancer before, the chick?
Boogie.
You know,
the chick, Boogie, still both have the same level of T.
Oh yeah, only had cancer once. Yeah.
Hey Seth.
I remember. That's vintage.
Emily from Brunsky.
There's so many people that don't know that meme right now. Can I ask Boogie? Is it possible that you just jumped the gun on releasing your diagnosis thing?
What the fuck?
No.
I thought I did that. I was like, the fuck screen did I just open?
Anything is possible. Sure.
I just don't understand why you won't
Well,
just go grab.
anything is possible, but that would mean that I messed up. And as we all know, that's actually not possible, guys.
Have a piece of paper and just disprove them. Like
Because I
you
don't
have
have
all these
printouts,
feelings.
because I don't have
They have
printouts.
nothing with those words on it.
And like I said a year ago, when these
Because I
motherfuckers tried
don't
to
have printouts. Firstly, I'm assuming you do. Secondly, I think like there's like portals and all now. I think you probably just get it up on that. You could probably show us an email that your doctor sent you or something like that.
Hold on.
This is the one last thing I have left. The motherfuckers were in my marriage. You guys were in everything else. You're in every aspect of my life. Fuck you. Let me have one.
I think you abusing your wife maybe ruined your marriage. I think maybe that. I think you saying like your wife had to like walk on eggshells around you, that you screamed that you wish you was dead. You know, that's, I think that maybe ruined your marriage. Maybe not. Wings of Redemption and Destiny. I know Destiny likes cuckolding, but I don't think he cucked you.
One goddamn thing.
You're trying to tell me.
Let me have cancer.
I would rather Dexerto tomorrow lead Boogie lies about cancer than to hand this shit over to you pieces of shit. That's
How about
just.
this?
I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that. Go ahead,
Sure.
print it, Dexerto. Go ahead and print it.
Can you get your patient portal up on your phone and like send it
Sure.
to Tommy?
I'm
or
not going
somebody?
to.
I hope Des1 speaks out one day. I don't think she will. I 100% believe that she is actually under like a non-disclosure act or something along that, or a non-disparagement clause, something like that. I can't remember which one it was, but Boogie's always been very weirdly specific about one, is that she is not under, I can't remember which one, but he's always like, she's not under this, and also she can't be under that because that doesn't make sense. But then later on claim that he's under that, even though he said it doesn't make sense because that's only for businesses. Yeah, I don't buy it whatsoever. I do believe that she probably is under like a non-disparagement agreement or something along those lines. Probably for some hush money, and she's probably never going to talk about it, which I don't really blame her. I don't think she wants anything to do with Boogie.
He's never doing that. He does not have a cancer diagnosis. There's 0% chance he has one. Every leading thing for this cancer diagnosis the doctor talked about has to do with secondary polycythemia. The sleep apnea was a contributor to that, and the TRT was a contributor to that.
Except for the hormone markers in my blood. Except we're
Yeah,
convenient.
but if you had hormone markers for it, that's either a definitive diagnosis, in which case you wouldn't be getting a biopsy 2 years later, or it wasn't definitive, and you would have gotten a biopsy 2 years later instead of saying they're treating you for cancer for 2 years. You just
He has literally nothing. He's just sitting there staring blankly ahead.
said before that you don't have the money for extra medical stuff. If they don't need that test to confirm cancer, why would you spend extra money on a biopsy you don't need?
Have you heard of this, Destiny? I just got a bit of a windfall. Might have heard about it.
Yeah, you may have heard of it.
We have.
What's a
He
windfall?
did a $10,000 crypto scam.
See the way like he's just trying to like deflect. He's trying to get away from it because he's been totally just like blown out of the water. So he's trying to deflect to his other tee-hee fun storyline.
Using partly his cancer thing as an excuse for why he needed to scam his fans.
I wanted to join real quick because you just got caught lying about me to Coffeezilla. All right. And now you're being confronted. And now you're being confronted on one of the biggest lies on internet history.
I don't consider
my biggest issue when I heard about the whole cancer thing was I was like, oh, I wonder where that happened. Maybe because I knew Mr. Medical was going to do some streams, but I hadn't watched them by that point. But I was going to watch them at some point, But I just remember seeing it. I was like, oh, maybe Mr. Medical found out some information, revealed it on his videos about Boogie, because Mr. Medical digs into stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be something like that. And I saw that it was on a live stream. I was like, oh, maybe Mr. Medical hosted a live stream. And then I saw it was on Logcow Live, and I was like, oh, okay. And I immediately just kind of sank into my chair a little bit, and I was like, well, Medicare was there, and Destiny was there, and they're probably not making this up. I don't think they're desperate enough to make shit up for Keemstar. So maybe it's real, and I got really sad for a little bit.
And you won't prove it? No. You won't prove it?
Brian, how can anyone still like or respect Boogie at this point? Did you drink my Mountain Dew? I think I said enough.
I'd rather you go ahead and print it.
If this is true, and you lied about cancer, this is the biggest scandal on the fucking internet.
It's not, but go ahead and print it anyway. Prove it. None of you motherfuckers.
Fucking prove it.
Years ago, and I'm not doing it today. Go right ahead.
You could have went to clip channels to watch the thing, but I didn't want to in case I wanted to do a reaction to it.
Print it the way it is. Go right ahead. I'm okay with it.
Okay, so I guess just to wrap up.
Well, there you go. So I guess you can't argue about suing anyone anymore. You know that? Like 2 years ago, you said you're going to sue anyone for not believing you, and now you're just like, okay, just everyone just say I actually accept that it's fine. I'm not going to say that I'm faking cancer, but I'm just okay with everyone saying I fake cancer.
Because we don't want to take all your guys' time tonight. So just as a couple things, right? So the story as laid out, if you look up secondary polycythemia versus polycythemia vera, all of the leading things that Boogie talks about leading to his condition are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not the mutation that would cause polycythemia vera. The things that Boogie says that his doctor wants him to check for afterwards, like doing a sleep study, are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not primary polycythemia. And the fact that he says that he had the blood markers or something.
I love you trying to go in like, haha, I've got him here. I think you'd be polycythemia vera. And just like, okay, shut up, kid. Just keeps going.
Confirm it 2 years ago, but is now getting a biopsy for.
Try to remember. Boogie's the old man in this conversation. Boogie's 50. Somehow. Boogie somehow limped his way to 50 years old. He is the old man in this situation. And it's professional kind of podcast setup here. A bit cringe, but it's football tops and stuff like that. Okay, sure, he's a bit of a hooligan. Like a Rainbow Six thing back here. Got Pikachu. It's a bit kiddie, but whatever. Children's playroom. It's so cringe and embarrassing. And he is the one being lectured to and told off like he's a little kid.
Secondary confirmation, even though he says he doesn't have the money for medical bills, but I guess now that he does have money, he's going to waste all of it on biopsying things that are already confirmed, or at least confirmed enough that he wanted to talk about it publicly for 2 years ago, and then use it to fundraise the money that he now...
And use it as a shield and argue against people and say he can do whatever he likes because he has cancer, and say people are picking on him because he has cancer, and say that he had to do his begging thing, and that he had to do his OnlyFans because of his cancer over and over and over again. Hey, Mark, all right, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. Shit, I'm late. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Yeah, it's been a fun stream so far. I'm gonna put chapters into this one probably because the first 45 minutes of it was me doing a slideshow presentation. I'm gonna the first 45 minutes. I'm gonna say that's my victory lap, and then this is just the reaction.
So that he can do the biopsy. I don't think he's doing, by the way. I don't think he's actually enough.
So it doesn't.
What did you fundraise? Your begging video. There, literally there. That's it. You're begging. Do I need to play this bit? Where is it here? I have so much here. There you go.
If you're in a position where you only have $1 or $5, you can super chat that. Super chat that.
There, that's where you fundraise, because later on you would go back and then you said that you had to do that because of your worry about the cost of your cancer treatment. So that begging video, where afterwards, a couple days later, you came on and gloated about how many thousands of dollars you made off it, that because you're saying, oh, well, so many people super thank me and super chat and join channel memberships. That is your fundraising. That's your fundraising. Your crypto scam thing's your fundraising. Your OnlyFans thing, where you trick people into subscribing to your OnlyFans for no fucking reason. That's another one.
To summarize,
if you wanted to disprove it, all he has to do is show a private party this particular medical thing.
Charlotte, so I'm behind big time. He fake lied about cancer. He claimed that he was diagnosed with cancer, and during this, he cannot actually confirm any form of diagnosis, and he said, oh, actually, we're still waiting for a test to confirm that I actually have cancer, even though I said I was confirmed 2 years ago. So, he might have polycythemia vera, but yeah, he's like claiming that he's still waiting for his diagnosis 2 years later.
And yeah,
to summarize, Jesse, you're basically saying he's kind of unlucky he doesn't have cancer.
For this particular case, yeah. Boogie can confirm that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor.
No, I'm not gonna do it. No, your baby, I don't like you smell. Don't I want to do it? You're not gonna do it. He's so pathetic. Remember this is the guy who claims that he's like an actual alpha male because he doesn't care what other people think, even though he's like nearly crying throughout this entire thing and he's like so upset this entire time. Bro, if you're like a true alpha male, why are you answering everything going, no, I don't know. I don't know. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care. Print it. I don't care. Bro, shouldn't you like be actually like shouting him down? Like, this is not the time when you need to channel a little bit of Ethan Ralph. Get the rage pig going. Be out of your seat screaming.
Confirmation of the blood cancer. I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal.
Would you rather have to watch Boogie's OnlyFans or contract blood cancer? Well, apparently his OnlyFans is literally just his TikTok videos re-uploaded onto OnlyFans. So I already watched his TikTok videos back today, so I'm sure it'll be that. But it was like actually like his. Well, actually, I'm not. Do you know what? I'm going to be really straight with you guys. When I went through, because I have like my Boogie folder still, and it's like still there. It still like has everything in it because it was all like one big external hard drive full of like loads of stuff. And I went and I opened it and I went to pictures because I was like, I need to find a particular picture because I wanted to get the comparison piece between the two different videos where he, like during his cancer announcement when he made himself look redder deliberately to try and make it look like he had blood cancer, I guess. And I went into pictures and the first thing I saw was the blowjob. The first thing I saw was Lucy Really Goober? The first thing I saw was Lucy Fox giving who we believe to be Boogie a blowjob.
Pledge right now.
No,
it's tax free.
My medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical
$5,000.
I said this. I said this year ago.
I just want people to remember in the future then, when Boogie says, I have to do XYZ scam to raise money because my medical bills are hurting so much, he can speak publicly about his medical issues to scam his fans to raise money, but he can't take $5,000 to privately confirm a diagnosis that he already publicly said he has. Doesn't make any sense, but
even
no, poopy. I don't like you. No. Step back, guys. The alpha's coming through. No.
Even I have a fucking limit. You don't.
What's the limit, though?
It's a bad.
You don't. I think I just mentioned potentially seeing your dick.
I understand that he, there's a big history of people, I guess, scamming people with cancer, and it's like the worst of the worst.
Yep.
And you're getting confronted with that right now when your response to that is
Go ahead.
Yep.
I'm not going ahead. I'm just.
Go ahead. Print it. I never did. I never printed. Bro. He's like stuck in a fucking reboot cycle.
Go right the fuck ahead. I don't care.
They already are!
Going ahead with
He's speaking to you very
I'm saying run with the story. I don't care.
Why we're in this situation is just that
Why are you being so
people view this as one of the lowest things,
If you
right?
100% believe you have polycythemia vera, why aren't you just trying to disprove that other than them making you look like you're...
Because he literally isn't doing anything to disprove it. He's like, no, you're smelly. You're smelly. No. Print it, Dextero. Does Dextero live rent free, bro?
Because 2 years ago, I'd rather that than the
Why would you rather that? That's so stupid.
This is the last thing I have is my medical records.
Do you care about
I hand this over.
No, they literally aren't because like it doesn't matter. Your medical records are immaterial at this point. If you openly talk about something, like if I describe like every inch of my butthole, I think it'd be weird then if someone's like, okay, show us a picture. If I described it so well that like a police sketch artist could perfectly draw my butthole. And if someone's like, okay, bro, why don't you show your butthole then? It's like, oh, what? No, that would be weird.
If I hand this over, I've given over literally every goddamn thing.
What if you give it directly to Destiny himself? I mean, Destiny's not going to put your fucking medical records all over the place.
And you know what? This might have turned out differently had he messaged me the night before.
If he came and stuck my penis, maybe I would have given it, even though like loads of people have already talked about his medical records. But no. if Destiny specifically had messaged him and begged him, maybe he would have done it.
Nagged him for a whole night not to come out.
Yeah. The whole thing was not just a confirmation. Because I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Take care,
Cool.
Destiny.
See you guys
Thanks
later.
for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for that, guys.
He's such a cuck. He's such a fucking cuck. Yeah, thanks for coming on. He literally just ruined your life, and you're like, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, have a pleasant evening.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Destiny.
It is what it is. I mean, people have been saying this. Jackson Clark's been saying this for 2 years. He asked for my medical records. I told
The mysterious figure known as Jackson. Why Jackson Clark? I've always loved the Jackson Clark thing. If anyone doesn't know, Jackson Clark is like the fourth man on the official podcast. He like occasionally like made fun of Boogie, like back when I was covering. Every once in a while, he would like comment on something Boogie related. And Boogie would always focus in on him, and I am sure it's because he thought Jackson was actually moist critical, because he would like always talk to like Jack, like anytime Jackson would say something, he would then say, well, Charlie said this to me, as if he thinks like Jackson was a sock puppet for Charlie.
Told him no. I'm going to tell Destiny no too.
Yeah, but it
I was
looks
gonna do it. I would have handed it over to Jackson Clark 2 years ago.
Boogie, let us talk.
You would have handed what? Why you hated him?
You ain't got to show it to anybody like this. Like you literally could show it to a third party person. That's just
Yes,
irrelevant to the.
I want you to sit there and listen. Go ahead, Wings. Go ahead, Wings.
Go ahead, Wings.
What's your take on this, Tommy?
They're just like passing the buck, because all of them know, well, we kind of have to keep our work relationship going here, because like we make money off this live stream. We like, who's going to be the one to say, Boogie, you're very clearly lying about having cancer here? Too keen to give a what? Like, versus super chat. Welcome back. I'm kind of back. Maybe we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Already, like I saw, like the most recent video is like it's like there's a video that's like Boogie gets fired, and then like the next episode is literally just him back on Lolkai Live, but he's getting like a tattoo or something like that. And I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure he didn't get a tattoo. I haven't seen it. Pretty sure he didn't get a tattoo.
Pretty damning. I think I would be in a position where I'd have to show my medical records if I said something.
I can't stress this enough, Boogie.
You just got to show the diagnosis at the
Yeah,
very top.
I feel like I'd have to do it.
Boogie, tomorrow,
It's
listen to
like,
me.
I don't know about Boogie,
You guys
but I
hear
have
me?
like a patient pool.
I can hear
Like
you.
you can just click on
I
it.
can hear you.
Yeah, no, Boogie's just ignoring you because he's like a teenage girl. He's pretending to look at his phone now. He's pretending to look at his phone now. He's like, 1 second, I'm texting my girlfriend. She lives in Canada.
Yeah,
Can you hear me, Wings?
No, I don't.
Wings, can you
I don't
hear
think
me?
you can. I don't think you can. Can you hear Keen?
I can't hear you. I can't.
Come in and out. Usually, if you come in and out, sometimes it cures it. Just come in and out.
You should react to Kino Casino. I've never wanted to do like a third party react. You know, it's like they're reacting to something and I'm reacting to them reacting to something. I always find that a wee bit weird.
How about
Maybe
now?
I need to
Like,
Is it
just
fixed?
watch them.
Can you
They're
hear
funny
me?
enough.
Just going
You
in.
know, they're funny enough if you like skip the 37 minutes of their intro song, which upsets me every time. That's why you go to the clip channel. The clip channel doesn't have 37 minutes of intro song.
No, and then it works.
Boogie, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, listen, Boogie.
Why does he pull it into his mouth? Does he think it's a big snack? Is he going to bite it?
Look, you got to understand this, all right? Tomorrow, the biggest story in the world is going to be Boogie
Biggest story in the world. I'm going to make a point. I think this video has like 300,000 views or something like that. Like, you know, it's good. Like, certainly, you know, it's more than like probably most of my channel has ever got. But it's like, sorry, for this live stream, I'm having a look here on the other screen. It's 180,000 views. You know, like, come on, God, come on. Imagine. just imagine.
2988 lied about his cancer.
Good, let him go.
Okay.
Good,
And then
I
at
don't
some
even
point,
care.
you're
I don't
going to
even
bring
care,
out the medical
guys.
papers and you're going to prove.
I don't think he's gonna ever bring out the medical papers because like he likes the attention. He likes nothing more than people arguing with him to do the medical records because he genuinely likes the attention.
That you
Nope.
do have cancer. Listen to
Nope.
me. Listen to
Nope.
what I'm saying.
No, 0% chance.
Listen to what I'm saying.
No.
Listen.
Nuh-uh.
And then it's going to be too fucking late because
I'm
everyone's
not
going to
ever
think you
going to do
lied
it.
about.
I ain't never going to do it.
Then do you
Ain't
lie?
never.
Well, you literally said you're going to do it when you die, so that you're lying again.
Then you
Go
lied.
right ahead.
Why the
run
fuck
with
would
that
you
story.
lie about that?
I didn't. I'm telling you the same thing I told Jackson Clark 2 years ago.
Why is he obsessed with Jackson suddenly? You kind of did. Like, you literally said I was diagnosed with it, and then it was like, okay, well, what's the diagnosis? Well, it's not confirmed. It's like, so it's not a diagnosis then. It's a hypothesis at this point. So thank you very much for the super chat. Welcome back, Kang. Welcome back, Kang. Welcome back.
ago. Go fuck yourself. It's my medical records. Go fuck
You
yourself.
lied. You share every aspect of your life. Bro, look, you shared that
you print that. You 100% know in his head, he thinks he sounds like a fucking baller. He thinks he sounds so bad. Being like, yeah, print that. Yeah, print that. Yeah, run it. Yeah, why don't you print that? Yeah, like, over and over. And it's like, bro, come on, embarrassing. What I miss? A decent amount, an hour and a half's amount. Don't worry, I mean, the stream should probably stay up. I don't know if it gets like flagged or anything like that, because I'm, we're kind of going off a wee bit here. I might private it until I get it like fixed, but it'll definitely stay up. It'll be up, at some point.
Fuckers, you've done all this embarrassing stuff. You're lying.
Oh, there's plenty of things I haven't shared. There's plenty of things I haven't shared, but go right ahead.
Do you know what? I don't think there is, because you literally have no life. And it's the same thing you hear from like Chantel and Amberlynn on my other channel when you're reacting to them constantly. They will film them going outside to buy toilet roll. That's a day's worth of content for them. It's, my mom came and took me to Target and I bought some toilet paper. That's seriously like 8 minutes worth of content for them. Chantel filmed herself getting a coffee. Literally just going out to go and buy a coffee. That's all it was. But she was like, damn, I left the house and I went and got coffee, guys. Yeah, so incredible. Because that's all she has. She has no life. She has literally nothing in her entire life. But then they'll just come around when everyone laughs at them for not having a life. And they're like, actually, there's so much I hide from you guys. I actually go out all the time. I was like, well, no, apparently not. Because you were like, super excited to leave the house to get a coffee.
Print what you got to print.
Bro, this is actually so fucking sad, Boogie.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Chat live or live?
This is like fuck.
My chat? Well, my chat is live. Like I have a very short delay on it. I think my delay is only like 10 seconds or something like that.
Fucking horrible.
It is what it is, and it's so funny because I'm looking at my portal.
I'm actually looking at my portal, but I can't turn around. I bet you aren't. I bet you aren't. Am I back for good? I can't say. Like a lot of the Lolcow live stuff is dull, and I'm kind of treating this as a bit of a trial run because the girls are a bit boring recently. And I'm kind of treating this as a bit of a trial run. And if I do come back, I probably won't be in the form of like monthly recaps or anything like that. I might go towards more of like a individual reaction to like funny things or big things, like more cut down stuff. Maybe something like that, but I'm not really sure.
Oh, right now. No, fuck you.
No. See, this is why I say he enjoys this.
You really lied?
This is why I say he enjoys this, because now he's making a point. I actually have the portal open right now. Now I'm not going to turn it around. This is what he actually does want people to be coming for him, saying, show us your medical record, because he can then try and twist this and be like, look at these obsessed weirdos. They're trying to get me to reveal the only innocent proof that I have of myself. I've given everything to the internet and they want more. He loves this shit, because in his narcissistic head, he's already trying to spin this into he's a victim and he's being bullied.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Just fucking prove it.
You turn around.
And fucking prove it.
I thought of covering someone else other than the girls and Boogie. My biggest problem with that, Ben, is, and it's always been my problem, is I'm probably like, I can only think of the word autistic to describe it. I'm probably a bit autistic because you guys know me that like with flamenco, for example, I was going to do that video on flamenco, and I unironically probably spent like 50 hours like watching every live stream I could find and everything I got, and doing research and reading through his Kiwi farms and everything I got, and I just didn't do anything with it. Like, I kind of enjoy the research more than I enjoy making the videos a lot of the time. And if I want to make a video on someone, there's other people who do a video on someone they've like just kind of watched, it's like, well, I watched the Sunny V2 video, so I kind of know him, so I'll make a video based on like the Sunny V2 video, pretty much. And I really like to do that. Like, if someone else has said something already, I don't want to just say the same thing as them. So I'd rather just try and do my own take. And usually, unfortunately, that requires lots of like research and stuff like that, and then just like burn out. I could do Cyrax. I've already said a lot of time. I don't think Cyrax is funny. I think Cyrax is disgusting. I would report on his death, and that's probably about it.
I'll scream to the high heavens. Destiny gives that 5K.
Oh, thank you very much again. I just heard it without saying. Go Savazlo, thank you very much again for the super chat. I do appreciate it.
Nope.
Mr. Kang.
It makes you look like
said no to, yeah, go right ahead. That's fine.
All you got to do is like
print it.
Can you black print it? I'm printing shit. I work here. I don't work for Dexterity.
Then print. I'm just saying, whatever. Go run for it. I don't care.
Nice. I love Tommy. Just shits all over him. Yeah, you should print it. It's like, I don't work for Dexterity. Okay. Why do you suck so much?
I'm not going to say 100% until you show it. I mean, nothing would make me happier than you embarrassing Destiny, but I mean, it looks bad, bud.
Let me.
Do you know what the biggest problem is? Even if he showed it now, and showed it, and it was actually literally written in giant block capitals, "This man has cancer," it still would not even embarrass Destiny because he like so thoroughly thrashed him the entire time he was on. If you're like afterwards, like I'll own him after he logs off, you look like a coward.
Put out a scenario. It sounds like the doctor said that you had this, disease or whatever, the high red cell, and then you Googled it, and it's this is cancer.
Google it. Yep.
And you ran with it.
Yep.
And you made the video.
Literally what happened, I already played the video on the 25th of October. He said he got told about his high blood cell count. He went home and he Googled it, and one of the results was cancer.
And then he found out,
said that.
And then you found out later that you got the form of it that doesn't have cancer, and you can't fucking set the record straight. That's what it sounds like to me.
It sounds like, I gotta be honest.
If that is what happened, then I'm still confused as of right now. Do you understand that? Because the last conversation...
Wouldn't you rather not be confused and like, check?
I had with my doctor, we are ordering these tests, we are ordering these treatments.
2 years
later,
later,
to do them. So if why is he?
We're ordering these treatments, like even though you were arguing earlier on that the reason you're doing those treatments is because even if it's the non-cancer variant, you would still have to do these treatments. So why are you now we're using these treatments as an argument that he definitely has cancer? Because you've literally crossed your own wires. You're arguing what Destiny was now arguing earlier on.
But what Destiny's saying, they wouldn't ask because he's checking to see if you have cancer, but he wouldn't have given you a biopsy if you already had it. That's what Destiny's saying.
Yes.
Blood doctors are there.
Chat,
I
do you
want the
understand?
biopsy.
One minute, chat. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. I want this. I'm telling the doctor how to do his job.
Be quiet for a second. Chat, do you understand what I'm saying? The doctor says, "Hey, Boogie, you have this." Boogie sits there, Googles it up, and sees cancer linked to it, rushes home to fucking make a video and let everyone know he has cancer without fucking figuring out which version of this is.
See, I know, like, because Keemstar, in my opinion, Keemstar has always just kind of like kept him around as kind of like the pet idiot, you know? He's like the monkey you throw peanuts at to occasionally make dance to keep Lolkai Live relevant. So, do I personally think like Keemstar likes him or is trying to be nice to him? No. But I think he realizes when they're going to push it too far and when they kind of have to like kind of ease him back a little bit so he's not totally hated by everyone. So he's kind of just like playing the system a little bit back and forth. So he's trying to argue the innocence. Like, oh, well, Boogie was just confused. He's a big, silly, dumb guys. He went home and he Googled and he was like, oh, whoopsie doopsies, I have cancer. And he told everyone too quickly. And now he's back in the corner. For me, it's the other side. I believe if he did do that, then he maliciously chose cancer because he got a little stiffy. And he's like, yeah, oh, God, I'll be such a victim if I have cancer.
And that's why they referred me to a blood
sounds like it's not the fucking cancer version.
And that's why they referred me to a blood specialist 2 years after having blood cancer. You know, we choose not to rush these things.
That's what it sounds like.
Then if that's the case, it's a big fucking surprise.
Do you feel
and you've been running with it.
Did you feel an obligation, the fact that you shared this publicly? All right. I can understand not showing your medical records. Look, certainly Destiny or fans or anybody else or me, not entitled to medical records, but you have shared this and used this on a lot of issues, including in private with me, like I'm having a bad cancer day. You've said that. Those are words you used to me.
He actually also said that. I'm pretty sure it was like the first episode of the Lolkai Live, something like that, where he came out and he did say something like, I'm just having a bad cancer day today. And I remember when he was having an argument with someone, I can't remember if it was on Lolkai Live or if it was like with Mudahar on like the, what is it, VTech USA, whoever that weirdo is, like on his podcast, he was like randomly claimed it's stage 4. Even though he had said he was never going to talk about his cancer again, he randomly now claims it's like stage 4. And isn't stage 4 cancer? I might be mistaken. That it has spread to other parts of the body. Isn't that what stage 4 cancer is? I'm going to quickly Google it just in the background, just to make sure that I'm right. But I'm pretty sure stage 4 cancer. Stage 4 is advanced cancer, so that means the cancer has spread to different areas of your body. This was like 8 months, a year ago, maybe. Maybe it was like a year ago. It was nearly a year ago now, because it was definitely not long after the documentary came out, which I think was, it was the end of October. So we're heading towards a year at this point, 9 months to a year. And he said he wasn't going to talk about his cancer anymore because he had Hey! I just remembered. Mike Klum, when he was talking about the documentary, said that he looked at Boogie's portal, and on the portal, there was no reference to cancer. Mike Klum actually said that. I'm going to have to go fucking dig through the... This is what I hate about it. Mike Klum specifically came out and said that there was no reference to the cancer on the portal. Because I remember Boogie being all confused about it. So suddenly he's like, I'm looking at it on my portal right now, even though when it was like checked for the when it was checked for the documentary, it wasn't on the portal, but now it's apparently he's looking at it on his portal. So, but that was a year ago. So a year later, the cancer's apparently spread to other parts of his body. The cancer that is not even verified as existing yet, and that's why Boogie wants to get it clarified that it even exists, but it's already stage 4 and it's already infected other parts of his body. How can it have affected other parts of your body if you don't even know you have cancer yet?
Yeah. Gone to the public with this. Don't you have an obligation to put it to rest?
He did say he had skin cancer. Yes, he had skin cancer, but that was like when he was like 20 or something. It was like years ago.
A moral obligation.
I would rather go ahead and fucking burn.
Do you, that's not the question.
Well,
the question.
Oh, you're lying. Why would you rather burn? Why won't you prove it? You're lying. You're fucking. I know you too well.
Same reason I told Jackson.
I know you too well. You're lying. Why, dude?
This is the one fucking thing. This is the one fucking thing I'm keeping to myself. This is the one thing I'm
you
keeping
can
to
say
myself.
that,
Why?
but like it just makes you look like a
he's
liar.
lying.
They run like you are a liar.
Good. They already do. They already will.
And
I know you too
understand why
well.
you're doing
I know
that.
you too.
Actually, I think everyone believed him until recently. Like I said, I was a bit of like an outlier for not believing the cancer stuff, like whatsoever. So actually, the majority of people did believe that he had cancer. So it's like, they already don't believe me that I have cancer. This is like I said, at the time when he announced his cancer, he suddenly was claiming, oh, like 200 people who are all QAnon Nazis all said they didn't believe me and I had to block them all, even though that just didn't happen.
I understand why you're doing it. You're thinking that if I don't confirm that, I know I don't have polycythemia vera, there's always doubt out there. But people are not going to doubt. They're just going to assume
I know. Yeah, no, I'm fucked.
out.
No, I'm fucked. I delete everything.
Can you answer my question?
But I'm still not going to do it.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to do it or not do it. I'm asking.
Imagine, didn't he delete his Twitter? Didn't he like private his Twitter, or like suspend his Twitter or something like that for like one day because he's like too addicted to Twitter? He was already straight back on I don't even think he posted or anything like that. He just is on looking at what people are saying about him. That's it. That's why he reacted to his Twitter, so he could see what people are saying about him.
Asking you a moral question. If you shared this with your fans, and you've been, don't you have a moral obligation under these particular circumstances?
Yes.
Again, I don't.
Perhaps, and if I do, I'm going to. Perhaps, and if I do,
no, it literally isn't. Perhaps if you have like begged money off them, if you scrounge money off them, if you scam money off them, then literally yes, you do have a moral obligation.
I'm going to ignore that moral obligation here in favor of keeping one last shred of privacy in my life. I shouldn't have shared it to begin with. It was a very stupid decision.
We've done this dance about 40 times. You're no longer talking about it.
Knew no one would give a shit, including the people that are here. I should have never fucking shared it.
You owe me and Billy's.
Hear me out.
You can't use it anymore anyway. Whether you
Boogie, just listen to me for a second, right?
Sure.
What my theory is right. I know it is. I know you rushed to make that video thinking you actually had cancer and you found out later you didn't. And you
I don't believe that whatsoever, because like I said, he 3 weeks before that already made a video where he was hinting that he had cancer. I believe that he was setting up the puzzle pieces already because he's malicious and he was doing it maliciously. I know Keem is trying to do nicey, but I 100% think it was malicious.
It's a surprise to me as of the last conversation I had with my doctor.
You're lying. You're lying. I know that's how this played out. I know it did. And you've been running with this I have cancer thing because you cannot tell the internet that you don't. Because if you tell the internet that you don't, you know what's coming. And that day is here right now. So why don't you just be honest about it?
Because I can't lie. I can't
be honest about
you something that I don't believe or don't know or don't truly.
He's so stupid. I mean, that's all I need to say. He's so fucking stupid. I can't lie. Yeah, I can't lie and say that I don't have cancer.
You can
paperwork.
Stupid.
Paperwork. Just show the paperwork.
Oh, I'm looking for it.
I find it hard to believe that your doctor is treating you on a cancer that he hasn't confirmed with other biopsies.
They have confirmed it. You can Google this.
You literally just said that they hadn't confirmed it, and that's why you need the bone marrow biopsy.
They confirm it with blood work because the biopsy is both expensive
I gotta be honest with you,
and
it really comes down whether you want to.
But I would like to do it anyway because there is a shred of hope.
Why didn't you? When you got the 10K from Keemstar for the boxing, when you got the 50K from Keemstar for Lol Cow Live, when you had that sudden influx of money, why didn't you use any of that money to pay for it? Why isn't it like I said, I'm Irish, I don't understand American systems and all, but I'm pretty sure that if you went to your insurance company and said, it's not actually confirmed that I have this cancer, like it literally isn't even confirmed that I have this cancer, and currently you are spending a lot of money treating a cancer I might not even have, I think we should get a biopsy. I think they'd probably do that to save themselves money in the long term. But I could be wrong.
And you can save yourself by showing the top of the page of that blood work.
I'll send you photos from the fucking biopsy, baby.
Wait, whoa. Why would you do that and not just fucking put the whole thing to rest right now? You're guarding your medical
So-
records
Because he's never getting the biopsy.
sacred to you, and now I'll show you my other shit in the future.
He's
Oh,
so
I've shown photos from my doctor's
I
office all
understand
the time.
that, but you're telling us you can't do
I take pictures in my doctor's office sometimes. That means I have cancer.
now you're saying you're like when the biopsy happens, then you're gonna show it. This makes no sense.
Oh my god.
No, I'm saying I'll show photos of the biopsy, but I'm not going to show you the results. That's me. That's for
I'm
me.
gonna show you photos of the results.
He's so stupid. It's so pathetic.
I mean, just showing photos of the biopsy.
You realize you can't, like, whether you have cancer or not, right?
Dude,
you know you
Dromler
cannot
has-
pull it anymore. You can't pull this.
Dromler already is on the story, and I did not tell them to run it. Dromler already, YouTuber Boogie faked cancer according to Destiny, and the clip. So Dromler's already on. My team's already on it. I did not tell him to do it.
It's already over. Don't worry.
Yeah, 100% no. They keep sitting texting under the table.
I'm down. I'm good. I'm good.
Signed it.
Imagine fucking having a crypto scam and fake cancer scam within 30 days. That's wild.
It really is impressive.
That's fucking wild.
You're my favorite cowboy.
Hey, I talked bad to a teammate on Rainbow.
Okay, do you know what, Boogie? If you're just gonna be this fucking boring, why don't you log off? You're so fucking boring, bro.
The other week.
You can't even be like
That's true.
funny,
Yeah, that's
pathetic.
I'm just putting it out there.
Hey, Boogie, can you wait to play? We're gonna be streaming No Build soon. You ready for it?
I don't understand. Like, okay, so let's say you're not lying. All right.
Sure.
The response
that's a
shouldn't.
pretty good thing to say.
Let's say that. Let's say you're not lying.
God, he's so you know he keeps thinking it's like, oh, this is gonna sound like a banger. I'm gonna knock their socks off by saying this. Yeah, you should say that. I'm not. Suck.
Right?
I would have shared it 2 years ago if I was going to share it. I would have sent it to Jackson 2 years ago.
Okay, hear me.
Why
Hear
are
me.
you
I would say you're not
Jackson
lying.
so much, weirdo?
Your response to all this, and like, nah, you can look at my medical records when I'm dead. Just how you're saying it and how you're talking
Makes it
and
worse.
how defeated you are.
so
it's like
obviously
you know
fake.
that you've been caught.
I came across this particular. I always knew this day would come. That I would either have to choose between showing my medical records to somebody.
Well, no, you literally claimed that the day after. Like, literally, he announced it on the 15th. On the 16th, he was already doing this role play. So, like, Tim go, I knew this day would finally come. It's like, why? You're like an obscure internet person that no one cares about. People were already demanding it after the documentary. After the documentary, people were already convinced that you were lying about your cancer because it wasn't mentioned whatsoever in your documentary when you're talking about your medical conditions. And even Mike Clum himself said that he didn't see any evidence of your cancer. You know? Like, that's why people were already saying, but like, no, suddenly another year later, oh, I knew this day would finally come. It's come apparently about 4 times.
Or have the internet say that I fake cancer. And the internet is now going to say I fake cancer.
You have claimed that the internet has been saying you fake cancer literally since day one. That is your claim, no one else's.
Because I'm going to stand on the decision I made 2 years ago, which is this is for me. This is the one I would rather. And this is fine. I'll leave the internet.
That doesn't make no. Who's
going
to believe that? But Tommy, do you believe that? Do you believe that? My medical records are for me. He tells everybody his medical issues. He's over here. I got high blood pressure.
This is one thing I'm gonna hold on to. Like, it's actually.
Yeah, no one is gonna believe that.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I'd rather just go and leave the internet. I mean,
yeah, because it genuinely is embarrassing. Because like my medical records are the one thing I won't show to anyone. But he did show them to Mike Clum for the documentary, and mysteriously the cancer was not on it because a typing error or something, whatever he claimed in the end.
To be honest with you. And nobody
because
has
you're
to believe. I don't care.
guilty.
Cool.
Because you're fucking guilty.
I don't want you to leave the internet. It's a great story for Lookout for years to come.
No, I'm
the biggest problem is that they had to milk it afterwards. Like I said, with the whole like Boogie gets like a tattoo, just say that he's like a bad person. That's his punishment. It's like, come on. Like I realize you want to make, you know, what is it? Fucking make bread when the sun is shining. Make hay when the sun is shining. Make hay when the sun is shining. Like, so I get that, but it's like you kind of killed a funny story.
I'm sorry, Wings. Does he seem guilty to you right now?
He's either guilty or his doctor's doing medical malpractice.
I'm fucking defeated is what I fucking am. I always knew this day would come. And I always knew when I signed.
It's a lot more forgivable if you
I love he's like, was you know when he was like down there typing away on his phone, do you think he was writing his script? Because he literally just started his script again from like word 1.
With this whole thing and found out later you didn't do it. Because Akeem's theory is pretty solid, I think, that you thought. I mean, you honestly thought initially.
We are going to have another conversation with my doctor, and if I'm very
He's got I was on a podcast the other night and some fucking random manlet told me that you are totally wrong. I need to question you about something. Like literally a second ago, you were 100% convinced, but now because of what Destiny said, you need to have another conversation with why if you're convinced and you already believe it, you're 100% sure it is, even though you also aren't because you also want to get the biopsy. Why do you need to have another word with your doctor? Because now you're making it sound like your doctor was wrong and you need to like check with him. Captain Schmappen. Captain Schmapton. Thank you very much for the super chat. Mr. Boogie bullying Kissy. Thank Kissy to you, choo choo, all that kind of stuff. Thank you.
You're confused here. I hope he'll clarify, but it won't do me any good anyway.
I'm going to
confirm with him once again.
Why are you confused suddenly? Like, the entire time you acted like you are 100% certain, and everyone else is stupid and wrong and everything like that. But now you need to go and say, Doctor, you need to clear this up for me because you're suddenly acting like you're not sure, even though you're the one acting like you're 100% sure. That doesn't make sense.
With me.
Hey, would you let somebody go film that doctor's prison?
No, wait. Let me go, Wings. Let me go, Wings.
I'm not going to record my fucking doctor so these sick fucks can attack him. Go fuck yourself.
No, we're bringing the...
Sorry, my microphone randomly was muted there. Oh yeah, because the sick fucks, they're definitely going to randomly attack your doctor. You know, like he claimed, Glenn, the owner of that like card shop that he goes to, that they're worried that he couldn't work for Glenn because people would blow up the place and go in with guns and shoot up the card shop because his trolls are so evil. No one would go near your doctor. No one gives a shit about you, Boogie. You're genuinely like a bottom-of-the-barrel lol guy. It's being revealed that you fake cancer got 180,000 views.
The doctor on your podcast. The doctor's going to come on and explain. Why? You know it's going to help the show. You're the one
I'm going
person
to lose my family doctor of 10, 12 years?
Get him on the show.
My family doctor of 10, 12 years.
I'll pay him.
Well, why don't you bring on your... look, see his fakeness now? He's doing like the fake acting thing. When he starts pulling facial expressions, you know that's when he's faking it. It wouldn't be your family doctor. You literally said you were sent to a blood specialist who specializes in this blood cancer. So it'd be them. It wouldn't be your family doctor. We don't care about your family doctor. We want the blood specialist. Thank you very much, Boogie.
For an appearance.
Fuck you.
Get that doctor on the fucking show.
That's my fucking doctor. Go.
I want him on the show to explain your illness.
Absolutely not.
Or we can
Why? Because you're lying.
He's my fucking doctor. Because he's kept me alive for over a decade.
I know you too well.
He kept me alive. Imagine being so fucking fat. You could unironically say, oh yeah, my family doctor, he's kept me alive. No, I don't really have any like actual like health conditions or anything like that. I'm just really fat.
You're lying.
Keep it going.
You are fucking lying.
Print it.
We could send somebody in.
I'm trying to find a spot on the portal for the record, by the way.
Pollard like blur his face out, put a voice changer on it.
That's not going to happen, y'all. Oh, that's absolutely 0%. Number one, he wouldn't consent to it. He knows what I do for a living. He thinks this is bullshit.
Man, he's got cancer. He's got cancer.
He thinks it's is he texting you right now? He thinks this the thing that is currently happening. He thinks is he in the live chat? Hey, can someone DM the doctor? He's in the live chat as Dr. Boogie. Bro, what the fuck?
I know I was family doctor for 20.
Secondly, I'm not going to ruin my relationship with a doctor who's kept me alive for 12 years.
Even though you're apparently going to insist on having a meeting with him to get him to clarify because you're confused because a fucking manlet shouted at you on a podcast.
On the Buffalo trip,
none of them, because I currently have 3 and I'm not going to fuck over any of them.
But you told me something confidential on the trip, and I don't want to say what it is, but you know, if what you said happens and is real, it's going to make you look like a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? You're just going to look like a boy cried wolf. Remember what you're talking about? Like you're going to do a test, the colonoscopy.
Yeah.
What about why you were doing it?
Yeah.
Like if that comes out to be true, it's going to make you can't tell anybody about it.
Oh yeah, no intention. I sure the fuck shouldn't have made.
Okay, so that is to do with what I mentioned earlier on because I knew it would come up at some point. So. Remember when I played the clip earlier on? I'll stick it on here
now
again.
The life updates that you guys have clicked on this video for, I have lost 18 pounds.
So.
There's not a lot of good reasons for that to be happening. There's some really minor reasons. You've got a flu or something like that. But for to be as high as it was, something might be going on, and it's scary. So in a couple more weeks, we're going to go in and do the blood work again, see if my red blood cell count has lowered. If it has, hey, that's cool. We go back on the testosterone, and everything's amazing. If it hasn't gone down, that means there's something wrong somewhere. And the place they want to start checking first is my shitter.
His shitter, guys.
Colonoscopy time again.
So, like, that's why I thought that was really important to show earlier on, because I knew the colonoscopy thing was going to pop up at some point for it. So, Boogie's doctor is now ordering a colonoscopy to do with this cancer. Like I said, stage 4. He said stage 4 a year ago. So already a year ago, it was confirmed to have moved to other places in his body. However, just now he needs to get a colonoscopy because he also thinks he has prostate cancer. Suddenly, even though the first cancer is not confirmed, he also thinks he now has the second cancer, so he needs a colonoscopy, even though the first test they were going to do for this cancer was a colonoscopy. He is so bad at this. This is, I don't know, like, this is kind of fun, but, like, this is like a special event, you know? Got this random thing, everyone's gonna go, but I want the birds or tater tots back. Cool, thank you. Like, super chat, appreciate that. Appreciate the offer too.
Mentioned it the first time. The second fucking diagnosis, I'll take that one to my grave.
Yeah, shut it about you the first time because Boogie, I know you, and you may be a liar and a sack of shit, but you're not going to lie to the internet about having cancer. You upload that video.
You know, he genuinely is, and he strokes his PP thinking about that.
Exactly. I will defend you. And I haven't been for 2 fucking years.
Hold on.
I love he's now like acting like that is evidence. See, Keemstar says I wouldn't lie about this. Destiny BTFO.
Hold on.
Of course I know you wouldn't.
Hold on. I know you wouldn't do that, but I also know this. You probably panicked because I know you when you're panicked. You probably Googled that, saw, oh my God, this is cancer. Let me finish what I'm saying. You went and rushed to make that video to let everybody know that you literally made the video the day you found out, right?
Nope. He said he Googled it 3 weeks beforehand, as we already showed in that video.
Right?
Sure.
Right?
He's answering the question.
No, I found out about 2 weeks before. Told her I lied. Tweeted. I said.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Now he's lying. Now the day that he found out, he lied. Actually, I found out ages before that, guys. I was lying to say that I found out. That's stupid because that makes you look stupid. It makes you look impulsive. So why would you lie to make yourself look worse?
I just got a clean bit of help, and he's like, "Look, we got to get this tested. Well, this is what I think is a possibility." Then 2 weeks later, we check. I have the results of the blood markers. The blood markers are there. He's like, "We're going to move forward with this now. We're gonna," and we.
Okay, try to remember as well, the timeline doesn't make sense, because now he's saying it's 2 weeks. When first we've already proven it was 3 weeks, so that's the first thing we're already saying there. Also, he also claimed that he found out and knew before October, so at least during September sometime, because it gave him time to work with Kid Behind the Camera and Emily Saxon to get them all together to film and produce his begging video, which he claimed was due to the cancer. So he knew already in September. So suddenly we've gone from, well, I knew a couple weeks in advance, well, I heard maybe a month or so in advance, to now it's like 2.5 months maybe we're heading towards now that he apparently knew about this, but now he didn't find out in the day. He found out actually slightly before when he actually had sat on a little bit of time. He is all over the place with the timings, and it's really embarrassing. Thank you very much for the super chat. Tater Man, I want to produce your tater tots. Love me. Thanks everyone for the offers. I appreciate it.
You need to see a fucking cardiologist. You need to see a fucking blood doctor and a cancer doctor. And I said, I don't have the fucking money for any of that. So what do you do instead?
When did you find out that you had cancer 100%, and when did you make the video?
I made the video
the same day.
The same day, yeah, but not
the same.
He's just so stupid. I'm sorry.
No. The day it was confirmed.
Oh my God.
The day it was confirmed.
The same day it was confirmed.
You literally, that's literally what he said, and you argued against it.
Confirmed that he had the illness, but it wasn't the illness with cancer.
No, the day it was confirmed that I had the proper markers in my blood.
I should work for the fucking FBI. That's exactly what happened. Because there's no way. Chat.
See the cancer doctor. You go see Dr. Wilson. What do they go? Oncologist or something like that? Dr. Wilson from Mouse.
He is not that much of a freak that where he would lie about having cancer. He went and he thought he had cancer, and he went and told the whole internet, and then he's like,
and I still think it right now. I still think it right now. Surprisingly.
Well, apparently not. Apparently you want to have a meeting with your doctor because now you're confused about it. So you don't think it right now.
You've been lying this whole time, and you've known the truth that you don't have cancer. That's what happened.
Well, that's the story you're going to go with, and go right ahead.
Printed.
When you say things like that's the story you go with, I mean, that's like...
It's not
reality. It sounds awful.
I don't give a fuck. I don't know how to handle a situation like this. The only situation, the two options...
That's really pathetic. Like, you're like a 50-year-old man. Like, just not the age shame, but you're like a 50-year-old man, and you're sitting there crying, I don't know how to handle this. It's so difficult for me. Bro, you're 50 years old.
Let this motherfucker go with what he wants to go with, or prove him wrong. And I'm not going to prove him wrong here, because if I did, I was going to prove it to Jackson Clark.
Well, this is a little bit bigger than Jackson Clark. This is Destiny Local Live Drama Alert, and the whole fucking Twitter is popping off.
Jackson Clark is Charlie. Jackson Clark is Charlie.
I fucking told you! Oh my God, I was right! I told you! 100%. He thinks, even though Jackson Clark is literally on the podcast and talks, he thinks Jackson is like Charlie's sock puppet. He actually thinks he's like a sock puppet of Voice Critical. Oh my God.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
It's Charlie. Penguin Zero?
I don't know him.
Penguin Zero? You never heard of that guy?
Penguin Zero? Who the fuck calls him Penguin Zero?
Voice Critical.
Hold on. I have your best friend on the line. Bear with me.
Sure.
Oh my God.
You want to come in?
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Okay. I'm going to support.
Oh God, I'm mad. I would die happy. I would die happy. Firstly, if it was like Jackson Clark, he just like rides in on like a golden horse or something like that. But I would be so happy if Frank Castle like just kicked in Keemstar's door. Yeah, he kicked in Boogie's door and just like stormed in.
Yeah.
Sissy him.
I'm wondering if the views we have now are actually real. At this
All right,
point.
Boogie, I got a special guest for you.
Is it my doctor? 9,000.
It's your mom.
Is it my doctor? It'd be nice.
Ladies
Oh my god, imagine if it was a doctor. That'd actually be funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have his doctor joining us right now.
Imagine.
I don't even see what it is.
Oh
yeah, Moda. Yeah.
He will be here momentarily.
Imagine being like so addicted to like any form of internet attention that he's just sitting there, like just taking this, you know? Like full like cuck behavior. It's like genuinely embarrassing. He's just sitting here staring blankly ahead, just letting people just walk in and just pound him for a while and then walk out again.
Better Boogie.
Dr. Don Wario, how could I forget? Dr. Don Wario is an actual doctor. He could come in here and explain this all to us.
Doctor's a nice Vietnamese man.
Mine's white for the record.
Yeah, but Tommy, you're
Okay. White. Where the fuck did that go? Just so you know, mine's white. Okay. Cool. Which doctor are we talking about, by the way? We're talking about your shaman or your actual doctor at this point?
right. How he's reacting to it.
No,
Like, oh, if that's what you want to go with, like, come on. Dude,
That's
you're
what
caught
like,
by
when
it.
the cops got you, you said, I ain't saying shit. Go
I
prove
prepared.
it,
I
you know?
prepared for this 2 years ago.
You prepared for it poorly.
I'm just saying. Like I knew that when this day came, I just have to leave the internet. And I will, and it's simple.
Sorry, I have to take care of
I have to leave the internet because everyone's bullying me again. Shut up. Fuck off. Actually, leave the internet then.
surgery over here. Anyways, what do you guys want to ask me about? What was the,
What's up, Doc?
Hey,
What's up,
Dr.
Doc?
Gupta, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
well, I have to ask the question. So you don't want to show your medical records. I totally
No.
get that. It would be a serious HIPAA violation.
Didn't I
of
tell you
US
that? Didn't I
federal
tell
law.
you a year ago to go fuck yourself? You remember?
No,
when I
let
was-
him talk.
I wasn't. Hold on. My name is Dr. Gupta, not Jackson Clark. Totally different.
Gotcha.
But
Listen, I actually have no idea because Boogie is like, so fucking weird. He might actually think Mudahar is also Jackson Clark.
You moved up.
I'm also Jackson Clark. Saturated content. He's also Jackson Clark.
you know, Medicare
talking
showed his actual like diagnosis when he was questioned on it.
But for Medicare,
So
go ahead.
why can't you just like censor out a name or personal information and just show us the diagnosis? I don't
I have
understand.
no interest in finally giving it the last shred of dignity I have left in the world.
You don't have-
You got
like this. Imagine this is his argument because he has nothing. Because like we all know he's faking it now. So this is like it. He is arguing that his medical record is his last shred of dignity. It's like, bro, you're currently sitting here just being butt fucked by person after person live on air of people laughing in your face and mocking how pathetic you are, and you're talking about your dignity.
got on your knees and mooed on camera. Like,
Well, I would rather do that. I would rather do that than hand over my medical record.
Well, yes, because that's like pathetic and like performative, and he thinks I'm actually winning and I'm doing really well. Haha, I bet people will talk about me here if I get down in mood, because he actually thinks he's being really funny about that, and he gets butthurt if people laugh at him actually for it. He goes, "No, that was a joke."
Y'all.
You're not handing over the whole thing. You just got to show the diagnosis because at the end of the day, it is a serious scam, right? Like if you're not going to
like I
tell
said,
everyone.
I'll just leave the internet. It's good. We're good.
Every time something pops up on that fucking screen, I'm not gonna lie, I get cold sweats, and I'm like, "Fuck, what did I do?"
We're good.
So after siphoning all the money and the fucking sympathy off of cancer, then you ride on.
What money did I siphon? $750.
Whatever.
I'll donate the $750 I got from the video.
Well, okay. Well, what about the begging video? The also, like you said, the cancer video where you lied about having cancer. The begging video, which you said was because of your cancer. The OnlyFans, so all the video money from the OnlyFans, you announcing that, all the money from any time you ever mentioned that afterwards, all the money you have since made off OnlyFans, because I think he claimed at one point that he was like a top 1%er on OnlyFans because of it, and he made several $1,000s off it. So that as well. What else can we claim? All the money he scammed the people for the crypto scam. I think we're kind of actually pushing this bill up quite a lot.
No. Over 2 years. Over 2 years when you keep bringing it up, man.
Yep.
What about the money you told us that you had?
Like, see, like you don't know how many times on live streams he would randomly bring up his cancer, and he would talk about how expensive his cancer treatments are. I'm not kidding you. I'm not going to go back and dig through all of my archived live streams, but there are so many. I remember one time in particular, he was making a big song and dance about how hard it was for him because he needed to get a special $2,000 bed because it helped with his blood cancer. There's a big question mark there. I have no idea why.
You had to go get your colonoscopies and you had to go lose your weight for cancer. That's why you did the crypto scam.
And I just won't do those tests, man. It's not a big deal.
And why are your tests so expensive? Don't you have Blue Cross insurance? Why are they not paying for it?
He's claimed numerous times that he has the best insurance.
Downgraded this year because I couldn't afford the $780 that they wanted for the gold plan.
I do not believe you whatsoever. You remember this year he is getting the best. He's getting more money because he's part of Lol Cow Live. He's getting like an extra $2,000 to $3,000 per month minimum from Lol Cow Live.
So now I have copays on everything.
Okay, when your copays are basically just paying out of pocket, so I even pay
Well, it's
insurance.
$10,000 deductible, so until I hit 10,000, yeah.
All right, well, fair enough. But I mean, now that it's your time.
Oregon, I get what you're saying. He sold his shares in the podcast. I haven't got to that point yet, but I'm just going to assume he didn't, and that's all fake, and he was never in any trouble because Keemstar wants this to happen.
Time to prove that you have this, blood cancer that has a life expectancy of 2 decades.
I got a question. I got a question. Let me talk for 2 seconds. Muta, obviously, you're gonna love this question, and Boogie, you're not gonna like it that much. But you promoted Fatty Coin, and when you were exposed for it, one of the main things you kept telling people is, I needed to pay. I needed to. Can you stop talking over me, please? You needed to medicine.
That actually felt pretty genuine from Keemstar.
In for the cancer, right? What if people bought Fatty Coin knowing that it was going to help you with your fucking cancer situation? And now
nobody bought it. They did because nobody bought it.
And now
so something no one bought, even though it was wasn't there like a couple million increase after he promoted it or something like that? Obviously not all to do with him. I'm not going to deny that in any way. But suddenly, no, not a single one of my fans bought anything, even though he was also arguing that they did because he was talking to them because it was like a chat system or something like that.
Yeah, that's why there wasn't any trading volume, right? Ooh, totally
I'm saying after this, yeah, there was very little trading volume. After me saying that, there was very little trading volume.
Wait, so after you promoted it and people dumped, there was little no shit.
It did what a meme coin's always.
Argo Khan, thank you very much for mentioning that. That is something I should have put in my slideshow earlier on. Boogie also pretended to have autism. He claimed that he was diagnosed with autism for fucking ages, and then claimed, well, I haven't actually been diagnosed. Well, my doctor thinks I might have it. Well, the doctor says I have to go and get tested for it. Well, I'm not really sure. I don't actually believe him. And he bounced back and forth for months, like minimum 6 months. Back and forth, claiming he had autism, claiming he didn't have autism, claiming that his doctor might think he does, claiming that he's been officially diagnosed, claiming that he hasn't been officially diagnosed, even though apparently being actually diagnosed with autism as an adult is apparently incredibly difficult, especially when you're a 50-year-old man. So yes, that's another thing Boogie pretended to have.
What to do? It memed.
Yeah, it made you money and it scammed your audience. You threw them into the fucking pool filled with crypto sharks.
Yeah. See, I'm not gonna.
I love how you mentioned the meme coin, but it's like you never bring up that you got paid to promote it in advance, right? Or in your original video, you never even brought up that it was an ad, which is an FTC violation, but sure.
I got half of it in advance, and then
you could have it in advance, but you also claimed you got 2% or something like that off it, and if it went up to 3 million, isn't that quite a lot of money?
I paid 5K USD, right? Where your fans dumped in money and lost it.
Oh, I told them not to buy it. I told them if they did, they would go broke.
But why didn't you tell your fans in the initial announcement that you were getting paid? I mean, that's an FTC violation right there. You didn't.
I said it was paid.
Not in your initial video.
No, I checked it right there. It said
no, yeah, but you didn't mention it. It wasn't mentioned in the video.
I just ticked the box. It said, yeah, it was paid or something like that. Because people definitely check the description every single time that Boogie does something like this. But people probably thought Boogie actually made this coin himself because his audience is fucking stupid. Also, when Boogie comes out and is playing a character and go see, I told them not to buy it. When you're playing a character, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your audience are genuinely stupid. They think Francis is real.
Video. You have to mention no, the FTC tells you to mention it in the video, readily apparent. What if people were watching on a platform that couldn't display that tick on YouTube? That's what the FTC wants you to do.
Is there one?
He's so fucking stupid. He has nothing. Literally all he has to say is, oh, well, damn. Whoops, I didn't know that. That's all that. He's still trying to argue it.
Yeah, but there could be certain players, third-party extensions.
There could be a blind person.
That don't view that, yeah.
Yeah, never heard of them. Well, I mean, the good news is now I'm being accused of lying about cancer. So I feel like...
And it's such an easy out for you. Such an easy out, but you won't take it. I don't understand. The one time you say that you are 100% true and honest, you won't take that out.
I'm still trying to find it in my portal right now. I'm a little dissociative.
Literally a second ago, he said he was looking at it. Literally a second ago, he said he was looking at it.
I will have
you can take all your time.
Wait, time out. Let me understand this.
So now you're going to show it to us.
You have cancer and you're in your portal and you can't find that?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the diagnosis page. Look at all the shit that's there, man. I don't know what...
yeah, it's longer than the Bible, apparently.
It's fucking look at all this. I don't know what is what.
So send me a screenshot right now. It has to have all your illnesses, right? Somewhere?
I'm working on that. I'm trying to find that screen right now.
Oh, so now he's going to show it? Okay.
Let's go.
You're still never going to see it. But I just
Okay. Okay, bro. I love the second. Muda comes in, starts bringing up the scam, everything like that, totally pins him to the wall once again. Immediately he has to go like, oh, by the way, I'm looking at my portal, just so you know. Like I said, he loves people talking about it and trying to argue with him and trying to like bargain with him to get him because it makes him feel important. Because Boogie has nothing in his life. And then he has to pay like a 19-year-old girl to hang out with him. That is how unimportant he is in life. He finally feels important in life because he's the main focus. There are people who get millions of views coming in and bargaining with him for something. That's why he would never show it, because it makes his pee-pee hard.
Confirm it for myself.
You want to confirm it?
Or you got cancer for yourself?
Yeah. I want to make sure I know that it's there, and it's a simple matter of fucking emailing it to one of you guys. And
He's so stupid. He's so stupid. I want to make sure it's there, even though I 100% believe it's there.
you'll never fucking see it.
He's so stupid.
Hold on. I'm going to confirm. Here,
Hold on,
hold
he's trying
on.
to confirm if he's
Hold
got
on.
the cancer.
So
That he's been
you
telling us
can't
for 2
find
years.
it? You can't find it?
Yes, I mean I can if I had the fucking wherewithal right now.
You can't find it.
I mean, obviously, I can't find the page.
You
with
should
all
try.
my
You should
symptoms.
try control.
Keemstar is rock hard right now. He is having a great time. Every single time Boogie does something stupid, Keemstar, he's like the Grinch. He just smiles a little.
I can't find the page with all of my symptoms.
Try the search.
Control S on a phone.
Yeah, you can find on page.
Yeah, give
What,
me
just
5
use your
minutes and I'll find
computer.
the page with my symptoms.
Okay, sure. You got 5 minutes. Why not? You can have 10 minutes, dude.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll even give you
I'm going to
15.
bring Muta. I'm going to drop you for a second. I'll bring you back a little bit later.
No worries.
I have another guest that needs to come on. I think you have to hang up, Muta. I don't know. It's not my.
Yeah. Let me hang up.
My bad.
Is this Medicare? I'm looking forward to Medicare coming in.
Okay.
Because I know Boogie doesn't stay here the entire time, and I'm probably just going to be here for just the Boogie bit because it's gone on longer than I thought it would.
I'm going to try
Have
a new
more to say
tactic
than I
to get
thought.
some answers out of Boogie, and I think this will be good. I don't know. Could you kick him from the group, Tommy?
Who?
Muta.
Buddha.
Sure. I sure can. Well, there you go. Boom. There you go.
Okay, he's still here.
I said remove. I should go. You should leave any second, actually, because
okay.
I did go to remove.
Okay,
friend.
going forward with this, do you think Boogie should leave the internet like he's planning on doing?
Oh,
How
it
would
doesn't,
you
it doesn't
recover
matter,
this?
it doesn't matter what.
Just
How
right
would
click.
you recover this?
Yes, the man who is pretending that he can't afford anything at all right now and is literally about to die in the street and also be homeless, but is also a super millionaire who's like balling on all of the haters. You know, that guy. Yeah, I definitely think he's just about to leave the internet. Easy, no problem.
Right click and kick.
Right click. I already did remove friend.
Oh, that's from your friends list. You gotta.
Oh,
Wow.
well, that's it. Boogie.
It's not fun. Tell me specifically what to do.
Oh my god.
It's not my.
Boomer cast.
Oh, yeah.
I need controls, so everybody hang up and then I'll start the call.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, we're just
Let's then kick Muta again and kick Destiny. Boogie. Boomer.
oh my god.
I think I know what this
What
is.
is this?
Yeah, who the fuck is this? It says Destiny FOMO.
What the fuck?
Hold on. I don't know how to switch my cams. It picked its own.
Well,
The fuck is this Pokemon?
you guys in their 20s can't do it.
Oh, here we go.
Who is this?
Nope.
What the
Just any other cam would be totally
Oh
fine.
my god. What
You
is
just
this?
moved to the pink chair.
I could move to the big chair. Oh, there we go.
Am I meant to know who this is? Because I don't. Like, just, like, at all.
I know who. I know.
Boogie, you don't.
Did they literally just invite, like, a woman with big boobs on so Boogie might finally talk to them? Is that it? Is that the thought process here? It's like, get a pretty lady with big boobs on and get her to talk to Boogie because he'll see big boobies and he might actually, like, do it.
Don't want to talk to Destiny?
I'm not sure who this person is.
You don't,
You don't know who I am?
I think
That really hurts my feelings.
I'm very close to just skipping this because I don't care who you are.
I think we discussed you online before, but we've never had like a personal reaction or interaction or anything like that.
No.
Okay, for people who've actually watched this already, is this in any way worthy of watching? Because I'm gonna be honest, like Twitch thoughts, I don't fucking care. I love VTubers, and when a VTuber is doing the Twitch thought stuff or being the overly kinky, overly sexual stuff, or like can't see like showing their boobs off, I have no interest whatsoever. Skip it. Fan-fucking-tastic.
I made this bed and I'm okay with what happened.
She's not 2D. Disgusting.
Go ahead. Yeah, run with that. That's not true, but run with it.
Trip to Disney's offer. So she pretty much just offers, I'll go to Disneyland with you. I'll be one of your escorts. Fan. Cringe.
You can't prove it. You can't prove that
Oh,
I'm
I
wrong.
very easily can.
Well, then prove it.
Man,
his lie was so hard it froze their Discord.
man. How about this? Like, how about we give you
like I said,
I thought
how about we give
Medicare was going
Sunday
to show up.
to like give us something that's just a diagnosis.
He calls her a hooker. Beyond thought.
Sunday. Are you kidding? Today's Wednesday.
Jesus.
It's already over by Sunday. And even like Kim said, if I showed it to you on Sunday, nobody's going to care.
Nobody's going to come to your house
Nobody
with fucking
cares
guns and shoot your house up, man. Like you act like
maybe
it's
pretend they will.
Like,
No, I mean, like,
you exonerate yourself.
Drama alert has already run the story. It's already over. Even though I prove it now.
It's bad publicity.
Well, not really, because if you prove it, then you're a victim. Like, that's the thing with Boogie that he would like probably actually love to happen. Because if like people like slandered him and defamed him and said that he was faking cancer and everything like that, and he could actually prove them wrong, he would be so happy.
But let me tell you something. I am so done. I knew that this moment was happening eventually, and when it did, I knew I had.
Boogie, I get it. You wrote that script. You thought that script was fantastic. Can we get some new material, please?
No option other than to show my medical records or walk away, and so I'm gonna go.
And yet, I'm still sitting here an hour and a half later, even though I chose the option of walk away.
Or you knew you were lying, and this was the plan all along.
Yeah.
Well, you were freaking out on me yesterday because you thought I was going to quit the show cold turkey.
Yeah, well,
we kind of did, Wings.
Yeah, it is slightly different between quitting the show and, man, I don't want to live on an internet that thinks I have cancer. I don't even care to do it.
But your claim since day one that people thought you fake cancer, but now apparently, suddenly, now only just this nanosecond, the internet has finally decided that you fake cancer.
But a real option here to end it, you know?
Yeah, you could literally.
I'm not going to.
Guys, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if Medicare is coming. A chat's saying that, but I just checked my DMs. He has not DM'd me, so I don't know if he's going to be here or not.
Medicare
but what I do know is it's over. It's over, Boogie. This is the worst.
Yeah, I know.
You doing the.
Try to remember. There's like 2.5 hours left of this. Is that math? That's not. Maybe it's math. I don't fucking know. There's like 2.5 hours left of this, and 3 more episodes. But guys, it's over.
The fatty coin isn't the worst. Like you fucking the hookers, you shooting the gun.
Okay, guys, should I just skip until Medicare shows up? Because that's kind of what I want to do. Because it's kind of just like, Jim definitely uses Discord. No, they usually use a Google Meetups. Like, because they had to do it on the Kino Casino when he showed up to them recently. They had to do the Meetups thing, right? Fast forward, yes please, fantastic. Okay, I'm all for that. Because it feels like we're just kind of like repeating ourselves here over and over. See, they had to do like a new thing. Yeah, see, they had to do like a StreamYard meetup now. They're not using Discord.
I clicked on it, and
there we go.
Fantastic. So you added the Vera part?
No.
Sounds like.
No.
It sounds like you just read it. Is he there?
God.
I don't know. Jim?
Okay.
Thank God.
So what's going on?
See us,
I got
Daddy.
a DM from Keemstar telling me to check out a clip from Destiny, and then I watched the Destiny clip, and it's saying that that Boogie's faking his cancer.
Yep, that seems to be the narrative.
Okay, so why don't you walk me through why?
That seems to be the narrative. Do you know what? When you said you're gonna walk away, maybe you should have, because like when you're this lame at defending yourself and this low energy and like unentertaining, it's so fun. It's like the circus is built around Boogie because even in his like lamest, most failed moments, he has nothing.
Why Destiny believes you're faking the cancer.
He doesn't know the difference between polycythemia vera and secondary polycythemia, and he thinks that I've gotten confused between the two.
Yes.
And that somehow I'm so stupid as
because you literally can't even define the two of them whatsoever.
I think that's am I missing something there?
You're missing a big portion.
What
Jim,
am I
what he's missing is
even Wings is shit on him.
Destiny's whole claims, and because Destiny made a solid case he didn't have polycythemia vera. All he has to do is show that a diagnosis from a doctor from his patient portal that he has polycythemia vera.
And I'm looking at it right now.
And he refuses to do it.
And Jim, here's my ongoing theory. I think he was diagnosed with this disease or whatever, the non-cancer type, and he rushed to the internet, which he already confirmed. As soon as he was told he had this, he ran and made a video, and then found out it's the non-cancer one after he already told the internet he had cancer. Because that's what Destiny really hit him on. That Boogie has a certain disease that's not cancer. Now, there's a similar name one that is. And Boogie, all he has to do is prove it. He's got the paperwork right in front of him. All he has to do is show the internet that he actually does have this, and he refuses to do it.
Well, and here's the thing, because
Yep, I do. I do. Boogie, just shut up. Someone mute Boogie's microphone. He is so unimportant to this entire. It's so. How can you be so lame, Boogie, that you're the least important bit in you faking cancer? You're the least interesting. Everyone else is funny, interesting, saying things quick-witted. Boogie's like, yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. print it. Just over and over and over in the background. And this is a man who had 2 years to prepare for this slam dunk reaction he's going to have against everyone.
I did a stream, because I had people saying, "Oh, you're faking cancer, Jim." So I showed my diagnoses and stuff like that. I'm going to guess he's working on a system similar to Epic, which most medical people do. You should be able to go right into diagnoses, and it's going to list everything that a doctor's ever said you had.
Yep, I just read it to him.
Okay, and so it lists the cancer there?
Yes.
Okay, so you could screen cap that and just show it. I mean, that's what I did, and then that would be the end of it.
Absolutely. And I made the decision 2 years ago that I would not do that, and I would
Boogie, fuck up. No one cares about your opinion.
rather leave the internet than to give the last shred of fucking privacy I have left.
And here's the thing. I understand the privacy argument.
I fucking hate how Boogie's using the tattoo thing as a get out. He's not, because no one believes it.
I should have never went public with it.
No.
but,
Let me finish. I mean, you can redact the information. There's no issue with that. But just show. I mean, it literally is just a page that says patient diagnoses.
Yep.
And then it lists what you have. It doesn't tell you who the doctor is. It doesn't tell you what hospital you go to. It literally just says the disease name.
And I won't be doing that.
But I don't understand why not.
Because
he doesn't have cancer. He doesn't have cancer.
Yeah, that's going to be the narrative they'll go with. So that's what.
Boogie, shh. Boogie, shut up. Sit in the corner. No one cares. I don't know. Get the puppet, Boogie, and put it in your chair and put the headphones on it and fuck off and pretend to have sex with your girlfriend. No one cares about your opinion. Let the big guys talk.
No, I mean, I'm legit trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. When I shit on you for the crypto thing, man, I said, I take your word that you had cancer. I take your word that, the medical shit's expensive.
Yep.
So, I mean, this seems like
I spent 2 years treating a disease that doesn't exist. These people used to be my friends, and I genuinely would have never believed it would even come to this. And I'm just rather be done, man. I'm good.
Bye. Log off.
I mean, anybody
no, not at all.
Nobody's dead.
Not at all.
Do you think I backstabbed you by having Destiny on?
No, not at all.
One of the biggest streamers coming on our show.
No, I feel like this could have been a private conversation, and I would have shown you, Keem, specifically.
Okay. How about,
literally said earlier on he wouldn't.
How about this?
Yeah.
Instead of playing to the audience, like I get it. I get you've got a podcast going. I get the drama thing. I get all of that. And there's a lot of shit getting flung around.
Yeah, I'm not playing to any audience.
No. What I'm saying is, could you screen cap that and then pick one of these three guys because you've worked with them and show them, but nobody else because I'm sure everybody would.
That's something.
Absolutely. I could do, but I'm not going to do. Boogie, you're so boring. I don't know. Hi, this is my biggest problem with Boogie. Everything around Boogie is more interesting than Boogie. He is so fucking lame.
I could do, and I will never do it. Never do it. Between now and when I die, they'll never fucking see it.
Because even though literally 4 nanoseconds ago you said that you would do it to Keemstar, but only if this particular incident hadn't happened, even though you also made the decision 2 years ago that you would never do it to anyone but except Keemstar, or also maybe Destiny, or also maybe Mutahar, or also maybe Wings, or also maybe Tommy, or also maybe Medicare, except because of this nanosecond. He is like arguing like a child, like genuinely like a 2-year-old would. Think, well, I was going to do it, but then you told me to do it, so I said, no, I'm not going to do it.
I don't know your relationship.
I'll have it tweeted when I'm dead. Don't worry about that.
Oh God, we can only pray it is sooner rather than later.
But I guess they'll see what I'm going.
But if they're giving you this accusation, right? I don't get why it would shut them up immediately, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then nobody else would ever.
I also just love the idea that Boogie unironically thinks people will care that when he dies, people will care. People will talk about it. People will remember him.
Have to see it. You keep your privacy.
Sure would.
I don't understand why you wouldn't be willing. I mean, that just seems weird to me.
I'm good.
You're gonna walk away from this looking.
I'm
like
not walking away from. Yeah, I'm not.
Well, no, but I mean, it's gonna.
You
look
literally
like
said you were.
Sure, let him have it. I'm good.
He's waddling away. He's waddling away from the internet. It's bullshit, Boogie. You're obviously lying. Just be real with us.
Go with it.
You know, we're
go with it.
I honestly, I expect lies from you, but I don't expect this. This is wild.
Yeah,
but
which obviously I did not do nor would.
But I can see how this happened because they told you that you had this disease. You Googled it, saw it was linked to cancer, and you rushed to make a fucking video that you have cancer. And then you found out later that you don't. But you had to continue the lie.
Yeah, that'll be the story you guys will tell and enjoy.
What do you mean? It's not a story. I know this is how it played out. I know.
Oh my God, Boogie, you're hi. Is he this boring? Oh my! I wish I could just put a blank screen over there and have like an AI automatically mute him every time he talks. He is so. But just shut. If you're not going to say anything, shut up. Let the funny people talk.
Is there anybody? Okay, let's say you've got issues with them, right?
Yeah.
Is there
Desi's
anybody?
seen it. My roommate's seen it.
Well, no. I mean, aside from
oh yeah, Chad. Oh yeah, I can't wait for Chad to show up, guys.
somebody that lives with you, like a coffee zeller or some
Aside from
neutral.
my most confident people, no. There's
Well,
no.
but I mean, like a neutral third party.
Other than my most confident people that I trust, I would know. No, I'm not. And even that, I wouldn't do that. I could call Desi in here right now, and she would. And I won't even do that. I won't even do that. No, thank you. I'm good.
I mean, it looks bad.
Good.
You understand that?
Imagine actually believing that anyone would care what Desi says.
And it looks terrible.
Yes, I know. I'm good.
Can I ask you? I mean, when you got the diagnosis, how did they diagnose you? Can you say that at least?
Yes, we did a blood test, which we do every 3 months or 6 months regularly. They saw that my red blood cell counts were up.
He's claimed much more frequent blood tests than that. At one point, he was claiming monthly blood tests. So suddenly we're at 6 monthly blood tests. Okay, sure, bro.
We had a conversation about that. I didn't think too terribly much about it. He said
Except he went online and he made a video saying that he Googled the results and that high red blood counts might mean cancer. He literally made that video.
wanted to check for
But you didn't think
blood
about it,
markers
guys.
for polycythemia vera. They look for a specific hormone in the blood that is produced. They found it. He called me and let me know that they found it, that means I have polycythemia vera and that we were going to treat it, but the treatment plan doesn't change very much because you cannot treat the cancer directly, so you have to treat the symptoms. And so for the last 2 years, we've been doing that. And one of the things I would like to do is because there is a chance that those blood markers are being brought on for another reason, even though it's invasive and expensive and pretty pointless. I was going to go ahead and push for the bone marrow biopsy because I would very much, now that I have a girlfriend and somebody that I love in my life, I would very much like for them to be wrong. And it's like a 1 in 1,000 shot, but I thought I would take it. And
so
that's how Destiny's come up with his LARP and all this other stuff.
Okay. So, and the bone marrow biopsy would be the conclusive test for this, then? Or?
Yes. I mean, there's.
But I just decided, just to wait like 2 years because that's what I feel that's what you do. I feel like first you use it to scam people and beg and tell people you're a victim, and it's stage 4 and it's spread everywhere in your body. But then you check to see if you actually have it. I feel that's a life cycle of most cancer victims. Is you assume that you have it, scam money, claim that it's spread, that the cancer that might not exist has spread throughout your body, and then check to see if you actually have cancer. That's the timeline I would go with.
Pretty much no other reason that the body would be producing this particular hormone, according to my doctor and according to everything I've read. But
Destiny's argument.
Imagine Boogie trying to pretend that he's read anything about this.
Medicare is that they wouldn't be doing the biopsy had they already made the confirmation to begin with. That's so. I couldn't tell you if that's true or not. But.
I don't know what kind of cancer. I'll give you what happened with me, right? So I had a growth on the top of my head. It looked like a Port wine stain. Nobody really gave it much thought. You go and get some steroids. It's some, we don't know what it is. And for like a year, it was just flat, no issues. And then it started like wildly growing. And the doctor's like, shit, I don't know what this is. You should go into dermatology. So I go into dermatology, and the guy's like, oh, we gotta fucking biopsy this thing. We gotta take a look at this shit. So they do the biopsy. They're like, we've got to set it in for cell staining. On top of that, we're gonna do blood work and a PET scan. And then they also ordered a bone biopsy too. And did all that, and it took like a week, and I got everything back, and then they're like, conclusively.
Oh, well, Medicare, they must have been rushing that order, because with Boogie, it took 2 months.
You have lymphoma. I mean, that's what's going on. That's a tumor.
After you got the conclusive, have you had biopsies since for separate reasons, or to double check since you were diagnosed?
Yeah, so basically what happened was I got the diagnosis. Right after the initial biopsy, they set up some blood work, a PET scan, and then they did the bone biopsy just to see if it had spread.
I love Boogie. I don't know, he's like doing his dailies in Maple Story or something like that. He's spinning a gotcha. He's setting up his Azure Lane lineup or something like that. He is just like, he's like an awkward teenager who doesn't want to be there when his parents are arguing at the dinner table. So he's pretending to play on his phone, and it's really cringe.
And then from that point onward, I didn't need extra biopsies. What they would do is they just do PET scan imaging because it'll make cancer light up in your body. Like any areas or like any autoimmune stuff. But yeah, it took like a week, and it was definitive. It was cut and dry. It was like, this is what you have. This is what we're seeing under the microscope.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know.
It is a fairly different cancer. Number one, there's no attacking this one or treating it directly. And number two, the prognosis on it is 20 years. Like you pointed out, you have real cancer. I have like the fucking starter kit of cancer.
Then why beg people? Why scam people if you have the starter kit of cancer? Why is this our problem?
Right, it's just a blood disease. Realistically, it does 5% of people in the first 10 years have it convert to leukemia. I think it's a higher percentage after 20 years. The biggest risk is that it produces too many red blood cells in your blood, and that causes you to be at a higher risk of stroke or heart attack. And I'm already at an extremely high risk of stroke or heart attack. I mean, just repeating. myself.
Yes, then they probably would have actually tested you. Because I'm sitting here reading on the other screen, and it literally says that the doctor is usually the one who recommends that you should do a bone marrow biopsy to check to see if you have it. That seems like that's what I'm reading here from the Mayo Clinic, as that is how doctors diagnose it, is that they do a blood marrow exam. That seems to be it, you know. Like apparently there's a gene mutation that you might have that is associated with the disease, but it's not like definitive like confirmation or anything like that you have it
at this point. But
I'm sorry. Did you say starter? Did you say starter kit? Like you haven't started having cancer?
No, it's like it's like the tutorial version of cancer. Does that make sense? It's the easy one. If you're gonna get one, this is the one you want to get.
You can live forever in this thing.
It's so weird that he uses this like literal wording every single time he refers to it, almost like he scripted it and made it up.
It rarely kills people.
It's not the Dark Souls of cancer. That's
No,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
would be.
It's the Animal Crossing of cancer. You have the Dark Souls of cancer. Yeah.
Wow. Boogie seems to be really taking this seriously.
Not even close. So, I mean, it's weird being in the position I am to say this. So, okay, just with the crypto shit, man. I mean, there were so many fucking lies related to that.
Sure.
And you came off terribly with that.
Yeah,
so now you've got Destiny.
like,
You've got
like,
Destiny
like,
making. You've got Destiny making these accusations.
Yeah. If I tweet this tomorrow, it's not going to change anything. I'm just done. It doesn't.
It would make everybody. It would make everybody look like an asshole.
Yeah, no.
It would make everybody on this fucking stream look like the world's biggest asshole.
No, because no. This is why I say it's like Boogie like genuinely takes away from even like funny moments because he's like a black hole of personality. There's nothing there.
They'll pick it apart. And
yeah, and it's so weird to see Jim like just go silent and be like because it's like usually he's like very quick-witted. He's like just naturally a very charismatic, very funny person, and it's weird for him to be you know, because he has like nothing, because like Boogie is literally giving nothing.
Say I'm lying again. They'll say the proof isn't enough. The web portal's not enough. Now I want a fucking medical record. Now I need to do a fucking list.
What about your peers?
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
I would straight up apologize
We don't work
to you
together
for
anymore.
doubting you.
Yeah, we don't work together anymore. We're good.
We don't work together anymore. He's on the next 3 episodes, by the way. He's on literally every single episode since this. This is why I said when I saw this happen on LOLCI, I was like, that takes away a lot of the fun, because pretty much everything to do with LOLCI Live is just fake, you know?
Good.
What do you mean we don't work together?
I'm leaving the internet. I'm good.
No, you're not.
I'm not. This is what doesn't make sense to me. If you're in the right, if these assholes are persecuting you and you have cancer,
Would you want to sit in here with these people for 2 nights a week? Because I don't.
I don't know. What are you paying? What are you paying, Keem? What are you paying?
He's getting paid to pay his mortgage from this show. He's manipulating right now.
I'll take his mortgage. Fire his ass. I'll take his mortgage.
Yeah, get on
your
the
fucking show.
Yeah, it'd be fun. That's a good replacement. I'm proud of that. That's a very good replacement, Jim.
It's a much better replacement than you, because people actually like Medicare. People actually watch Medicare.
Why would you leave? I don't understand. If you're in the right, if you have cancer, if they're the assholes, if you can make them look like cunts and make money.
Brand Leader, if this is the first time you've heard of Medicare, you should just like go and watch him. He's very, very funny.
Why would you leave the internet?
Why would you die, Medicare?
I gotta be honest. We do need
and send it to one of them and shut them.
Then literally, you don't need to like take a screenshot of it. Like this whole like theatrical thing is so boring. I can take a screenshot and you wouldn't even believe me. It's like you're on camera right now and you can really just turn the camera around and hold it up to the camera. I'm not even lying when I say I'm just seeing how long until Boogie leaves, because I know he like jumps out at one point. So he's here for about another 50 minutes. God, I don't know if I'm gonna last another 50 minutes, guys, because it's very repetitive.
The fuck up, and then you'll never have to listen.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping Medicare would come in and just like demolish him and like shit all over him and laugh at him and everything like that. But I realize Medicare's he's going for the bit. He's trying to actually get the evidence. But like I really just want him to dunk on him.
Do it again.
No.
I gotta be honest. We do need Medicare on here, because we actually do need a host with cancer.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude,
so you're saying you're gonna walk away. No more YouTube, Twitter, any of that shit.
Bye.
This is too much, man. This is too much.
But why?
Literally lasted an hour.
Why? Aside from this shit, if you walk away from the show, but why?
This is too much, man.
Dude,
This is too much, man. god, the fucking ooh-woo voice is pathetic.
Problem is, it's taken so long for you to even get that screenshot. By the time you send us the screenshot, people are going to be like, well, he made it.
Yeah, the damage is already done.
He made a fake screenshot that time.
Exactly. There is no way out of it. It's already over.
I'm going to FaceTime. I'm going to FaceTime, I guess, Desi's phone, and then show me on FaceTime. Right now.
No.
On your phone.
No. Never.
Look at him smirking because he's like, the big people are talking, the celebrities are talking to me. That means I'm a celebrity. He's actually so happy. This is what I said. This is why I'm kind of like, I'm bored of this now, because it's just people feeding Boogie's ego just at the minute, you know? That's pretty much it. It's people just feeding Boogie's ego. Boogie is like a Z-list celebrity. He's like one step above like Chantel, you know? He's like one step above Amberlyn Reed, even though Amberlyn Reed often gets a lot more views than Boogie does. He's like one step above. He's like nobody. He's like a literal nobody online. And he's like, oh my god, the famous people like Wings of Redemption and Keemstar and Mr. Medicare, they're talking to me. They need me to do something. I'm important suddenly.
Oh, you gotta use Keem. You've got to use carrot and stick. What bonus would you pay him to do that?
There is no. Oh, I've already been offered $10,000 plus a free trip to Disney World, and the answer is
well, nobody likes Disney World. $10,000.
I love Disney World.
It was $5,000.
It's up to $15,000 total.
15 grand? Fucking do it.
No.
He's going to pay you $15,000 to look like an asshole in front of his entire audience, and you're saying no.
Yep. This is too much, man. I don't know if you guys can understand.
I can completely understand. I went through 2
Mr. Medicare, I don't think you can understand what having cancer is like. He went to the full victim mode. He unironically just had no idea what the fuck he was saying.
Years of fucking people like Mersh saying I was faking it. So I did a stream. I did a stream and sold a shit ton of hats laughing at him showing medical records. You've got the opportunity to do the exact same thing right now on his home turf.
No, I'm good.
This makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it probably doesn't.
Hey, don't you want to take care of Desi?
Yeah, I promise you I plan to. I promise you I plan to.
Yeah, how are you going to do that if you're not on the internet and just running away?
He doesn't give a fuck about Desi. The second he dies, he can't pretend to sleep with Desi anymore, so why the fuck would he care about her? What is he going to leave her?
You can't have it both ways.
You'll see.
Okay.
What are we going to see? You're going to go like...
Yeah, you'll see, even though apparently I can't afford my mortgage. Yeah. You'll see, guys. Bro, the second you die, you probably had like written in your will that your dogs get buried alive with you. And you probably tried to write in your will that Des gets buried alive in with you if she agrees or not. You probably want to move to like, what's that northern province of India where they still like do that, the old tradition where like the wife gets burned along with the husband if he dies. He probably wants to try and like trick her into flying there right before he dies. Because to him, she's just property.
Cut tickets at the
Hold
local
on.
movie theater.
Some ordinary gamers will also put $10,000 towards it.
Make it 100. Make it $1 million.
If you have cancer, if you prove that
this is bullshit. No. You got 25K sitting on the table. There's something fucky going on here.
Yeah, there's something fucky is, man. I'm just exhausted. I'm done.
You just did a crypto scam to make money because you said you're worried about cash. They're offering 25K.
Yeah, I thought
you
that was funny.
shit on them. You get to shit on them
Yeah,
in the process.
things that might have changed. Drama Alert already tweeted that I faked cancer, so we're good.
You did.
They said that Destiny.
That's even better. Then you make 25K, and he's got to retract it. It looked like the biggest dick on earth. Fucking Keemstar picking on a cancer patient. Oh my god, come on.
We're good.
You're lying. It's so obvious. Why? Why would you lie about this?
Because I didn't.
Just tell us the truth. What really happened? Come on.
What really happened was I went to my doctor. He checked my red. He checked that we did, and we've been treated. Confirmed it with you. No, I have not. No, I will not. There's no other reason to this hormone.
Every time we go back into, he goes to page 1 of the script again and starts reading through the entirely fake thing that he wrote down. Oh, this is definitely how it happened. Every time we do that, I am skipping. I do not care.
Chris would be in my blood.
Wings, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If Keemstar accused you of some shit, right? And let's say it involves some kind of private information, and he was willing to let you show him that private information on stream, but not to the audience, and said, if you prove me wrong, here's $25,000 fucking dollars, and I'll tweet out that I'm a giant asshole.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
I had a troll come at me and accuse my wife of cheating on me, and they had like this picture of like our fingers. They had like cum on it, and there's like a cover back there, and they had linked this cover to my house.
Yeah, taking off on a blanket.
Shut up, Boogie. Boogie, no one cares. You're the least important bit of this. Wings is telling a funny story. Shut up.
I went out and
I'm Wings. I think you'll find I'm the star at the minute. People are the important people are talking to me. This is my time.
Boogie, shut up. No one cares.
went and took
faking
a picture
cancer.
of the cover.
Can you
I
tell the
showed where
difference
the
between
cover
the
was
two?
at. I
You
showed-
fucking retarded?
I showed where
he said the naughty word. Oh no!
I showed the new cover I got from like the Christmas of 2021.
Sure.
He actually got ignored like a child throwing a temper tantrum. They just kept talking until he shut up.
You know, it's like whatever.
fucked
It's like,
on.
like again, I pulled my blood work out to like show like where I big what surgeries I had on this stream, but like it's not that big a deal.
But you would take the money, right?
Oh yeah, I'll take the money. I would snatch his fucking arm off.
Tommy, if you were in a similar situation, 25K sitting on the table, would you do it?
I got family. It's on my application to bring that kind of money.
And had this played,
Boogie, shut up. No, literally no one asked you.
Fucking do it.
and had this played out differently, I might have considered otherwise.
I don't
yeah.
black.
guys.
It's really pissed me off. Exactly.
Can you poll your audience? Can you poll your audience right now and ask them if they had 25K offered right now to prove something they were saying is true? Would they take it? Because I don't think
Make it 100,000.
anybody's going to say no.
Make the poll. Make the poll, Tom.
Literally no one's talking to you.
Make it 100,000. Say 100,000. Because my answer is still no.
Oh, I can see the answers already. They're all screaming yes.
Of course they are, and they're not me.
But you stated before that you're under fight.
They wouldn't lie about having cancer. that is Boogie. That is the difference between you and them. They probably wouldn't lie about having cancer.
Financial strain and difficulty. That's a 25K is a lot of fucking money.
Yes, sir. To show my medical records. No, thank you. That's for
No,
me.
to show one screen cap that says diagnosed. That's it. To one person.
Yes, I will admit I like playing like adult baby diaper lover role plays with girls and bathing them with little rubber duckies and stuff like that. Yes, I'll admit to that. Yes, I'll admit to fucking incest and shit like that. Yes, I'll admit to all of that stuff. Teehee, I'm so quirky and relatable, guys. But no, I can't admit to this. I can't show you this because suddenly I like privacy, guys.
That's for me.
Oh.
It's not for you. You told fucking everybody I'm cancer. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, the day you found out, you told everyone. There's nothing for you.
Yeah, but I didn't tweet my fucking medical records, did I?
Why does it say?
Because it would show that you didn't have cancer. That's why you won't tweet it.
Age on it or something? Like what?
No, it says that I have polycythemia vera. It's
No,
for
it
me.
doesn't. It
Okay.
doesn't.
Is
It's
there?
for me.
He told everybody.
Yeah, and I will. You know, again, I'll continue to talk about it, but I never should have to begin with.
Let me tell you what else is for you. Living in your fucking car if you keep up this line of conversation.
No, I'm not worried about that.
How you not worried about that? You were just
shouldn't be
the
worried
other
about
day
that.
telling you I was quitting the show.
You shouldn't be worried about that. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, can I ask, as an aside?
Boogie, literally no one's worried. If you died right now in this podcast, I would not be worried in any way. Literally no one is worried about you. No one likes you. No one cares about you. You pretend to have cancer. No, people aren't worried. It's like, oh no, Boogie might have to live. No one's worried about that. We're fine.
While this conversation is going on, how are you going to financially support yourself?
I don't think I will.
So you're going to go live in the gutter instead of taking 25K to prove these assholes wrong?
Let Desi down.
Oh no, Desi will be fine. We talked about this all
Desi
last
will be
night.
fine back at her parents' house.
Oh, you talked about this last. You talked about you getting caught tonight with cancer last night. I'm sure that definitely happened with the person you're currently paying to be your girlfriend. I believe you.
Once Nicholas,
why were his videos taken down? Which videos?
yeah, once Nicholas Diorio sent me this message, we knew exactly what was coming. And we talked about this at great length last night. I didn't sleep.
Oh my god. I magically knew this was coming, even though I wasn't prepared for it in any way.
We talked about this.
Nick Diorio, did he have something to do with this too then, or what did he say?
Certainly he did. He said, "Do you have secondary polycythemia?" And I said, "No. This is what they diagnosed me of," and I linked it to him. But it was a pretty big sign that there was a group chat going. I told Tommy about it this morning, and I was like, "Yeah, what do we do, Desi?" And we made a decision, and I'm going to stick by that
I didn't
decision.
know what you were talking about this morning.
Okay, so it's fake.
No idea.
This decision doesn't make logic. How's the poll going? What does the poll say in your
95% to 5.
95% would take.
Medicare videos. Medicare like swears a lot and uses lots of like slurs and stuff like that. So generally, when he does a live stream, he immediately privates it afterwards and probably deletes it afterwards, so YouTube can't like flag him for it. Because it means he can still live stream on YouTube. He just immediately deletes them, but then people like post up the archives afterwards. Because at least if he does that, then he can keep live streaming on YouTube and keep getting super chats.
Take the money. You look so
5% are Boogie alts.
Buggy, you look
Hey, my
so
hands are right here.
fucking
My hands are right here.
Oh, Boogie, you're so funny. He's gonna win back the audience with jokes like that.
You look so uncomfortable, Buggy.
So
Yeah,
boring.
I'm very unhappy right now.
Hey, Medicaid, is this bigger than Monday Matter?
So why sit here with all these L's?
I mean, you're asking.
Unironically, Monday and Matt was so much funnier than this because at least there was like wiggling and people arguing certain things and him trying to get out of it and actual like debates and challenges and information kind of coming out. It's like that was a little bit funny. Bigger. Just in case in the background, I'm God. Like I said, we've got 40 minutes left of this, and I'm because we're nearly at the 3-hour mark. If this hasn't picked up by the 3-hour mark, we're finishing at the 3-hour mark.
Like, if Boogie were to be faking cancer for 2 years and then running, with the, yes, that would be. I don't know how you recover from it. If it was done,
thankfully that did not happen, but yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Prove them wrong.
No, thank you.
Well, the start of recovery.
Yeah, thank you. But just shut up. Like I said, I got, and I remember saying earlier that I wanted to get to the point where Boogie left. I was like, I'll probably stop watching once Boogie leaves because who cares at that point? But I know in my soul that this live stream is better the second Boogie leaves it because he's so fucking boring.
He has to tell the fucking truth.
Well, the truth is, I got diagnosed with polycythemia vera about 3 years ago.
I believe you.
This is the cancer. The hormone test came back. It's fucking us up. And then they come back to you a week later and say, you know what? It's the first type rather than the second type, or whatever. Did you feel that you were too deep into it to come out? Or?
Well, no, that's why we were doing the bone marrow test because that's what I'm hopeful for. Or that's why we were going to do the bone marrow
definitive.
That's what
literally doesn't make any sense. It would have been done 2 years ago.
Answer. Right.
Yeah, right. I was hoping that they might possibly be wrong. That's why we're going ahead with the bone marrow.
But Alan, yeah, you're right. So that's the biggest problem with it is that, like, if this actually had like the result of where Keemstar fired Boogie, it would be so much funnier. It'd be really, really funny because Boogie would be destitute. It'd be genuinely hilarious. But Keemstar's not going to. But the biggest thing is we're gonna have to see the next 2 weeks. Like if you watch like the next 2 weeks, it is gonna be kind of interesting to see what their view count does. Because right now, this is a hot topic, but I'm like super late, I'm like super late to this. People made videos on this 2 weeks ago when this happened, I am like one of the last people to cover it because I was on holiday when this happened, and I was busy when I came back. So I'm very late to the game. But like, people already really don't care about this too much. We have to see if it's going to be in 2 weeks' time, what the view count of Locry Live is. What are they going to do for the next big drama? Because that's one of the reasons I also stopped covering Boogie. And I said it during one of my monthly recaps, is every single time it comes to a month, I have to wonder, okay, what's the drama going to be this month? Because every single month, he tried to start a new drama for attention. Every single month.
Are you still doing it or no?
No. I am going to spend a bunch of money and have you test it. And then I'm going to tell the internet what you really have. How about that?
No.
Why?
Because I'm good.
You shouldn't be able to go and fucking milk sympathy from the internet, saying you have all these diseases and whatnot, and not prove it. You shouldn't be able to do that.
Okay, well,
that's wrong.
Well, then let that lesson be. If you were ever to talk about your cancer moving forward, you have to tweak it.
That is so.
If you ever have to make up having cancer, then you shouldn't make up having cancer.
Wrong. He's
let
been
the
doing
lesson.
it for 2 years.
Let my lesson prove that if you're going to talk about your health problems online, you have to prove it irrevocably.
You know what? Fucking because people like
but Boogie, you realize how weird it is to say that with me in the cup. I literally did a stream showing my medical records, my hospital release forms, my medication.
I'm just saying. Let this example be. Know that before you speak about anything you're dealing with, you absolutely will need to prove it.
Or don't be a pathological liar who's known for being a pathological liar and making up stuff. Because then people probably just believe that you only actually have cancer. Or like be consistent with your timelines, or be consistent with your diagnosis, or be consistent with like anything you said, because you change your story constantly. And this isn't like a normal person problem. It's even like I said during my video all that time ago. The people who do not believe Boogie are not at fault here. The fact that Boogie can come out and say he has cancer and lots of people go, do you though? That's a Boogie problem.
To be on the show, whoever you are. I'm not speaking to you, Medicare. I'm speaking like to the world. To the world.
But when you do like a GoFundMe, or when you do something like that, don't they ask for verification for stuff like that?
Yeah. If that's one of the reasons I was joking about doing a GoFundMe yesterday.
Is that one of the reasons you
because
didn't
they would verify? No, the reason I didn't do a GoFundMe is because the last time I asked for help, look whether that turned out, Medicare.
When we did the fight,
but you asked for help because you had cancer, and now you're saying, well, if they did a GoFundMe, I'd have to prove it. I was like, yeah, but you asked for help and you didn't prove it.
Hey, hold on, they're saying the stream is buffering. Are we buffering?
No, you're not.
Ooh.
Well, didn't the fight happen before the diagnosis?
Well, I thought it was 2 years.
Hold on. If Boogie had cancer, how the hell did they let him fight?
Because it's polycythemia vera, not fucking ass cancer.
Bro, you passed your medical records.
Yes.
How did you pass your medical records?
Because I had polycythemia vera, not ass cancer.
That's a great point. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How did you pass your medical?
Yeah, because you're already at high risk of a heart attack or stroke. A doctor would not pass you for boxing if you had a cancer that heavily affected your blood supply and you're on like blood thinners. I don't even think you could be a boxer if you're on blood thinners. Am I correct? Am I going to search this up? Can you be a boxer with blood thinners? I don't know. Maybe you can. Because Boogie at one point tried to claim that he was. Did you not know there's this like boxer who had cancer and he came back even though that guy was like 18 years old or something like that, and he was like cleared of having cancer. He had actually beaten the cancer at the time he did it. Was worth to find participate in, but it's best to avoid contact sports as boxing, karate, blah, blah, blah. This is to reduce the risk of sustaining an injury that you might cause you to bleed. Yes. So, like, it would be hard push for him to get even clearance for, like, just being on blood thinners, you know? Because he's on, like, blood thinners.
Because
he
it's
gets
a fucking
split, he's
Animal
bleeding
Crossing
out.
with cancers. I don't know. How did I do it with a busted back? How did I do it with like barely stand up? I don't fucking know.
Wow. What a great argument, guys. Because my back was a bit sore. That's definitely worse than cancer.
Make that make sense. I don't fucking know.
That was kind of a kill shot to Wings.
Yeah.
that was a slow fucking kill shot.
It's so bad that even Keemstar left. He's
he's running to get records. He's hauling ass downstairs right now. Here's a little gnome feet bitter pattering down the fucking bastard.
Well, I've been to his house. He's already downstairs.
He's already down there. He's jumping in a go-kart, running to the office.
Wow.
I'm gonna guess it doesn't. Well, no, I was gonna.
You guess
probably shouldn't. I was gonna say. I don't know.
I'm also going to say, Doug, it probably also wasn't a real tattoo. That is my assumption here.
I'll put on these fucking medical forms.
I don't care.
So
There's no sweating.
You're lying. I mean, I think you're lying. I'm pretty sure that you don't have cancer.
Okay.
Because this is such an easy dub. I mean, I think the chat all sees it.
Because like if you had cancer on there, because you had to have a second CT scan over there in London.
Let's go with your version. My doctor told me that I had polycythemia vera, then later decided I didn't, and forgot to tell me. And to this moment, right?
That's not their version. I love he like recounts their version, and it's like, no, the doctor was definitely still told me I had cancer. However, later changed his mind. It's like, no, the argument is that you claimed that you had cancer. No one else did.
Right now, it's my understanding that I have. Right here, right now.
That's the cover story.
Then that's the cover story.
What I don't get is putting them aside, right? And you're walking away. Okay, I get all that. Like, fuck it, whatever. But if you're going to get bone marrow biopsy, right, you were going to do that for yourself, right? So why are you not getting it still?
It's unnecessary.
But you just said you want to like conclude.
You literally. Okay.
I no longer want that.
We're going around in circles, and I'm sorry, it's why I've always made the point. Because people have always like done the whole thing. It's like, oh, Potato Man, like, oh, you called it day one. You knew exactly. You read them like everything like that. Like as if I was like an oracle to do with Boogie. I'm sorry. I think Boogie's just so easy to read. I do. I think he's a terrible liar. He's genuinely really, really bad at lying. He's uncreative with his lies. If he call him out, he has nowhere to go. He does nothing. He just cycles over and over and over again, and it's kind of dull. That's why I kind of go like, oh, okay.
I know.
Okay, this is what I'm confused about. So if it wasn't just, but if it wasn't just for yourself, if you were getting it then to prove it to them, why not just show them the fucking diagnosis? It would be the same thing.
I'm good.
I got an interesting.
Everything will become abundantly clear soon.
I don't care.
You're good.
Record stuff on the
Boogie,
document.
I do not care if you die tomorrow and they fucking come out and like Biden sings your obituary and it mentions that you have. I don't care.
Someone should bring Beth is up. Why can't he show it again? If you showed it to the documentary,
I didn't even show it to my club. I read some of it, and if you go back to the documentary, you'll see that I specifically said I wanted to leave the cancer out of the documentary.
Okay, interesting.
Because I regretted
Actually, which is incorrect because you then immediately talked about it.
having spoke of it before.
Tommy, your volume.
Even though, like, you claimed literally the day after the documentary that you had stage 4 because you're trying to defend yourself from Moist Critical criticizing your appearance in the documentary. So you came out and said, "Does he not realize I have stage 4 cancer?"
Seems low.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even sure what's wrong. I've actually.
Mike will confirm that I said I would like to leave it out of the documentary. Because I simply regretted speaking about it before.
Wait, could this be simply cleared up? Because Mike was doing this documentary with you for like months, right? I mean, did at any time you show him this privately, not on the?
He literally went with me to one of my tests, but it was a sleep study. So according to Destiny, that's not enough proof.
Okay, but I mean, did he ever have access to any matter? Did you ever like? Hey, Mike, just so you know,
no one ever will. That's for me. That's for me.
I don't understand, but you shared it with the internet. Why is it just for you? This
my medical records, yes. The fact that I've talked about it.
Okay, guys, we're at 3 hours. We're at 3 hours, and we're at the point where Boogie's just over and over going, "Yeah, I've got to pay that. Yeah, I have that. I'm gonna print that. Yeah, and just people like kind of just arguing the same point over and over again. We get it. He lied about having cancer. Everyone knows it. It's really embarrassing. It's really pathetic that Local Live kept inviting him back over and over again afterwards because they're trying to milk the content. It'd be funny if once a view count drops, they fire Boogie, but they're not going to fire Boogie because the whole point of Local Live is they need lol cows, and that's pretty much it. And they have like one lol cow if they fire Boogie because no one else decided to join. That was interesting. Yeah, interesting is probably the best word I can possibly pick for it. Is it like enough to convince me like to get back and cover Boogie? Not really. Not really. I don't know. It's just that Boogie's just kind of boring. He just is kind of boring because like so much of it is just like lame, you know? It's just like so lame. The most interesting thing about LOLcow Live right now is that Chantel is trying to get invited on it. Foodie Beauty, if anyone knows her, she's trying to get invited on it right now. That's the most interesting bit of it. Can we watch the live stream here? Boogie was straight up racist to Muda. Maybe? I don't know. If you give me a specific timestamp in the next 1 minute, we will watch that part, but just that part. Please cover him, Boogie. Nah, nah. He's just really boring. Like this was like the big slam dunk, and even then, like I said, Boogie sucked the life out of it. That is how boring Boogie is as a person. He sucked the life out of it. And like I said, I kind of knew that already, like from ages ago. I kind of knew, so it was like not really stunning to me. And then like the next like 3 episodes are just kind of rehashing it over and over again. And from the clips I've seen, because I thought the clips were from this one, I was expecting a bigger reaction, because I've seen like ones where Boogie's like ripping his shirt off and screaming at the sky, and I thought that was during this, and like he's like getting up and like, oh, I guess he is getting up and stripping naked.
Narrative with one goddamn shred of privacy. That's it. I'm good.
So your shred of privacy is this, but not being naked on film, not talking about fucking wars.
Yeah, I'll get naked right now.
I'll get
naked right
now.
Mr. Mediker, did you say you want my attention? Give me attention because I'm naked.
I'm literally up on my feet fucking dancing here as well. Like, this is why I say Boogie's just uninteresting in general. Because it's just like, everything he does, I just see through it, and I just see that it's like, oh, that's for attention. Oh, he's doing this for attention. Oh, he's doing this for attention. Oh, okay, he's doing this for attention. And like I said, I feel like if you're going to cover Boogie, especially nowadays when he's doing his, like, everything is, like, literally everything he's doing is fake. You know, like, shenanigans. I feel if you're covering Boogie, you kind of just have to go with that, and you kind of just have to, like, nod your head and say, okay, well, yeah, well, let's pretend this is real for content, you know? We have to pretend it's better for content, because if you just watch it as is, you just know it's fake, and you're just like, oh, it's fake. Oh, it's fake. That's fake. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Like, even like this. Like, the one bit of energy Boogie's had in the entire thing is Mr. Mediker mentioned getting naked. And Boogie's like, oh my god, Daddy, I'll get a wee bit of attention. I get, you want to see my boobies? And that's literally it, because Boogie wants to be naked because he thinks it's really funny. Because he's like 5 years old. He thinks it's really funny for a fat person to be naked.
Take it off. Let's do it. If we're gonna do a meltdown, go for it.
I don't give a fuck about being naked.
Did Keemstar seriously blank the screen out?
Show us how to do this. They're making me bad.
Like, this is an easy fucking win.
Exactly, and that's why I'm not going to show my dick on live stream. Jordan.
Wings, do you understand how bad this is?
Yeah, I know how bad it is. I said in 24 hours, he's going to be
This is way worse than you versus Syndicate. This is like way worse.
Yeah, this is the end.
Do you know what the thing about Wings vs. Syndicate? Wings vs. Syndicate was actually funny. Wings vs. Syndicate had like rage, it had sportsmanship, it had him like randomly calling him the F slur, you know? It was actually like funny and interesting, and you can have like Fredrik Knutsen doing like an in-depth breakdown of the battle and how they were covering each other and all, which was really good and really funny. Like, this has been like 2.5 hours, big yeah, and just over and over and over again. Look at some Aslo. The second stream is Keto F1, please. I don't know. The F slur. Foxtrot. The F slur. Okay, I find it. It's on the live from 4 days ago. Oh, that's no. I'm not going to start watching a different stream. I'm not going to start watching a different stream, especially not like 3 episodes ago. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Like, Amber Lynn, like, I'm not going to lie to you. Amber Lynn's new girlfriend has been revealed to be like a feeder who like got with like a 900-pound woman who liked getting squashed by her belly. Like, the picture of her apparently like, trapped under this fat woman's belly, like wiggling around or something like that, and it's just like weird. And when I saw that earlier on, I was like, I might just not do my Boogie stream tonight because that is so much funnier sounding. And it might have been. I feel like it nearly might have been because Boogie sucks and Boogie's really boring. I don't know. Maybe after this, I will jump on and I'll have a look at Kiwi Farms or something like that, see what people are talking about there, see how people are feeling about this whole thing, and kind of go from there. And like I said, maybe tomorrow. Like, if I decide to do a stream again, I will stick something up, you know? I'll stick up a waiting room or something like that, and I'll say that I might do something, you know? But at the minute, we've just passed the 3-hour mark, and it is, you know, midnight for me here, so I'm a bit tired. So, I think that's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for my Grand Return stream showing up and all that kind of stuff. So, I guess it's going to be it, guys. I will see ya when I see ya. keep an eye on the skies. Check out Girl World Ireland if you really want to upload there sometimes too. I'm kind of working on a lot of things, on different things and stuff like that. I'm a sneaky boy. I have new hobbies and all in the background, so I'm not really around as much as I used to be. But, oh well. That's it, guys. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves.